He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far. He conquered fear and he conquered hate. He turned dark night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. When outlaws ruled the West and fear filled the land, a cry went up for a man with guts to take the West in hand. They needed a man who was brave and true, with justice for all as his aim. Then out of the sun rode a man with a gun, and Bart was his name. Yes,
Bart was his name. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to Blazing Saddles 2, Drawn and Quartered. We're going to be doing tonight, for those who are the uninitiated, don't understand what we're doing, which is probably everybody. So we're doing Storytime again, which is where we come up with a movie idea. But this time, we've got an idea. The idea is the sequel.
I don't know why you would want to have a sequel to the perfect film.
Maybe have a second perfect film? Like all sequels, right? Oh, no.
That's right. Hey, wait a minute. Thank you, old dirty fatty. That's right. Some of the greatest lines in cinema history come from Blazing Saddles. And hopefully tonight we'll repeat that here tonight with the wit and wisdom of our gaggle of guests. Now,
excuse me while I whip this out.
Welcome to the stage, Matt Cosson, Herman, Amy, and Melissa.
Hello. How you doing, Herman?
Sometimes, it doesn't flow quite as quickly as you'd expect. But
no, it doesn't.
Matt has an opportunity to get you want me to tell it, Matt, or you want to go ahead and explain what's going on here?
Yeah, I have another pressing art sale to have because the initial money that I got, I paid off the back rent and the rent for this place we're living in right now. But we found a new place. It's actually cheaper. It's $400 a month cheaper.
Whoa, nice.
So yeah, I'll be saving us $400. So I put down a down payment for the deposit, but I still need to come up with the remainder for the first month rent or partial month rent. So so right now I'm having a sale. I'm working on some pieces, and I have some finished pieces already too. This is one that I'm working on. It's a Catwoman.
Oh, she's cute.
She's got her whip. And I'm going to put a little bit of background in the back of Gotham City behind her. This is 11 by 17. This is one of the pieces I'm going to finish and post up later. And see, is it focusing? Focus. There we go. And then I have some other stuff too here that might be a little more on the price range for some people here tonight. If they're interested, I could show them again later after the show. But right now, I want to show them right now. Here, these I have like Daredevil, of course, right here, Typhoid Mary. These are some earlier pieces I did for Inktober. And so these are originals, not 11 by 17. These are on I think they're 11 by 7 by 11. 11 by 14 cut in half, I think. And they're on Bristol. Here's that one storm I did that I found on the Google image search when I was looking for references. And then this is 175. The different prices here, 85. This is for Van Damme. This is based off the poster I did for basically a warm study. But Van Damme actually liked this piece. I actually tagged him, and he's like, "I love it." And I actually colored it.
Oh,
And then some other pieces here. This one's 200. This is acrylic painting and ink. And this is for actually a comic, independent comic I did. I think it was for a trading card or a color. I can't remember what. And then She-Hulk. And some other pieces. But the main ones that I think that, I don't know, maybe someone like some of these. Here's some more colored ones.
Yeah.
This one's called China Moon. And this is Agent Orange, my comic book character. I did acrylic painting.
Nice.
Kind of like this
Pretty.
practice, kind of studying the painting
Now, what
style.
kind
And I
of-
want to get back to this. Was it?
What kind of paper are you using for that acrylic? It looks like it holds really well. Like,
It's just the same paper. It's just Bristol that I use for the
really?
pen and ink
Oh,
lines, yeah.
nice.
And it's pretty sturdy. It's sturdy, like it's a little board. It's feels like a mini board. I can't remember the poundage of it, but this
Okay.
one is only 100 full color, and these are a little bit more square. This one's more square in size. But yeah,
Oh, neat.
anybody's interested, I'm probably gonna post these up. But anybody's
Yeah.
interested during the stream, just message me. Like I said, they're about ranging from like 100, 150.
Did
And
I
price-
see one of a girl standing in like an archway? It kind of looked like you flipped past. That
Oh
looked
yeah,
like
yeah. Here, let's see. Oh, I also have just real quick. Like a little link.
Yeah.
I got it.
Tunes wants to see Sly again.
Oh,
There you go.
I got my favorite Cobra. Cobra.
Yo.
One of my favorites. I love that movie, Cobra. And of course, these are colored.
Hey, when was that movie made?
Cobra?
Yeah, what decade?
80s.
Why? Yes, it was.
I know, it's crazy. It's like some of the best films ever made were during that decade. Oh, here you go. There's
Oh.
one.
Neat.
Wait a
Is
second.
this-
Oh, Weldon.
I got her little tennis shoes.
Oh,
He's your friend.
I actually did this piece. I was actually sitting in a Korean market, like sitting and having like sushi for lunch. And I was like taking a break, and I was just like, I'm gonna draw this. And I felt something loose.
Dang,
Like a
straight to
doorway?
voicemail. Weldon doesn't have his battery charged.
Is he sleeping?
Is this a particular character or just a really kind of a cool piece?
It's just a character. Actually, it's kind of based loosely off a character I'm doing. I did a story, like a zombie story, and she's one of the characters in it. And so I did a more of like a different take on her, but she basically looks similar, except she doesn't have like the wavy hair. She has more straight hair.
Kind of
With the,
inspired by what you were doing at the time. That makes sense. But
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
cool.
I wanted to do something just a little different.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then this, yeah, these are about all the same size, 11 by 7 by 11, I guess you would say. So, but yeah, like I said, different prices. So if anyone's interested in looking at any of these, just send me a message or comment here, and then I do PayPal, 50, 175.
And your best
my
socials
manager.
to get contact with you on Twitter?
What was that? My contact information?
And your best socials if someone wants to contact you?
Yeah,
is
you could
that-
do either
I'm
Twitter
assuming like
or Instagram, and
Insta Twitter.
Instagram,
Insta
Insta Twitter,
Insta
or you can get me some art. And here is
Oh,
it's the Lord of the Rings. Actually, it's the Hobbit. That one, she-elf from the Hobbit.
she's pretty.
Where's Weldon?
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, that's
God.
fun. Now, who's this character?
He's an alien. I don't know. He's kind of like a Martian. He's an alien hitman, and he's blowing something up in this alien. I don't know why I do start drawing this alien in the background. He's always oohing and awing over stuff. I did not Inktober. I did a couple other pieces where he kind of shows up, like with this one where
Oh, that's
he
fun.
finds all of these debris and like dead bodies floating in space, and then the alien's like, whoa. He's like always there going, whoa. He's like finding the aftermath of things, or
Because
You know.
the way the face is shaped, it just looks like
Yeah.
whoa.
Then you got some of these fantasy pieces I did. This one is like a giant. It's kind of influenced. This one's influenced by what's it called? That
that's
one game, Shadow of the Colossus.
What's this? Yeah. I can
Oh
see
yeah, that game was rad.
Yeah, this one's influenced by that.
Beautifully done. That's
love that
cool. I
game
like
so
the
much.
clouds. Those are nice.
Thanks. Yeah, you can see the little birds flying around his head. See how big he is. He's like a little miniature mountain. But yeah,
Very cool.
so I'm selling those, and these are based off of the thumbnails I was doing. So this is this one.
Oh, look who decided to show up.
Aaron. I think I see
Hello,
Kevin there
okay.
too.
Aloha, jerk manga. What are you eating there,
Jerkmanga.
friend?
I'm eating some pizza.
Oh, lucky.
Yassa, yassa.
I had to order some pizza for my kids, so I grabbed a couple of slices before I came on. Also, I read something.
Was it
Oh,
good?
you read it?
Oh, I read
I
it.
just changed it right before. I don't know if you saw. I added the little Timmy paragraph.
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I just say Timmy.
Timmy!
Oh,
Timmy!
Okay,
Yes,
without
Timmy.
telling anyone what it is, what do you think about the latest chapter?
woo, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
exciting.
good folding over in what? Yeah. I think it's gonna be a winner.
Yes.
with the folding thing.
Yeah.
And this
that's important.
as-
See, I
it's
got all
about-
my really good writing out before we got to the show, so now I can come up with really dumb ideas for this.
No,
Fun
but the
ones.
win-
Right?
it's gonna be as big a winner as this art is right here. What is going on here? Costing.
Oh, Matt needs a new boost. He's got an opportunity to get a cheaper apartment, but that
Nice.
requires a down payment,
Hey, Sue.
and he'd like to get into that. So he's trying to make a little extra cabbage.
Yeah. I have there's one art collector that he's in Orange County who wants to buy some art. So I got to contact him tomorrow, and then he likes Conan, so I have some Conan stuff. But I thought also I'd show him some stuff here. But if anyone, like I said, is interested in art, it would help out. And I'm selling them, trying to make some quick capital so I can, because I actually have to pay by Friday. So,
I tell you what. I have some art that I did over MongerCon over the weekend.
Monger.
Hold on a second. I just need to show everybody who's coming in late.
Hold on, let me say this.
Okay.
Whoever, if people can buy from him, and they can also get something from me, and I'll ship it to them for free.
Hey now,
Oh,
look at
thanks.
that.
Nice.
thanks.
Look at that. Oh, hold on. We got some crap talking here. We got
Uh-oh.
Shannon in the chat says it's a good thing I'm already on the best art stream. How dare you, Kelsey?
Oh,
You
goodness gracious.
traitor! You
Oh, goodness
traitor! You were
Kelsey.
here first.
Kelsey.
You were one of the early comic drawn and quartered artists.
Kelsey,
And here
you
you
broke
are.
my heart.
You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
What have you done, Kelsey? Oh, what have you done? Talking all that crazy talk. Oh, I love it.
Oh, all right. So what we're doing here tonight is we're doing hold on, I gotta blow it up. Blazing Saddles. Hold on, let's take a second. Part 2.
Ooh.
So this will be So we're gonna write the script. What we're gonna need is obviously we're gonna have to recast because all of our beloved stars are no longer with us except for Mel Brooks, and we'll probably stick them in there.
Of course.
But as to how this unfolds and whether or not we use take off from more of the previous, and I don't know what we do will be discovered. But we're gonna have to start by recasting Bart and the Waco Kid. So that is the poll I'm gonna start with. I want the chat to start coming up with possible actors,
Mhm.
starting with the Waco Kid. who could possibly replace Gene Wilder? It certainly isn't Timothy Chalamet.
Not Johnny Depp. That would be.
And you know what? That we can put Johnny Depp on the list.
Yeah.
What about Dean Cain?
Oh,
I'll be right
Well,
I'm trying to think of who would be to have that kind of weird, dry humor that he has, that Gene Wilder had.
yeah, it is kind of it.
Wait, Tunes, that's
Ben
a good one.
Stiller, you maybe?
Blazing Saddles Part 2, Blaze Harder.
Nicolas Cage.
Ben Stiller, maybe?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage in anything.
All right, let's see. Let me start the poll. Who do we cast as the Waco Kid?
The voodoo that you do. What?
Now go do that voodoo that you do so well.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna put Ben Stiller up there. I like that as an option.
Oh yeah, he'd be good.
Hey, I'm gonna switch my camera so you can show some people like something that it's gonna join with Cosby's stuff, and I'll send it out.
Okay. Kelsey, I don't think Schwarzenegger really fits the role. And I think Bill Murray's too old. Although that would have been great. Bill Murray would have been great.
Yeah, Bill Murray would have possibly. Yeah, his kind of.
Owen Wilson. I'm putting Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah, he'd be good.
I was thinking
Is Bill Murray? Is Murray really that old though? Wouldn't you still? He'd still be funny.
Bill Murray. I mean, he'd be funny, but he's too old to play the Waco Kid.
Well, Waco Kid years later, maybe.
Well, I mean, yeah. Do we want this to be like 40 years later?
The world.
Let's see.
Well,
No,
seeing that
Jack.
they were in their 20s,
No write-in campaigns for Dean Cain. Toon suggests Ryan Gosling. Gosling? It's Gosling, right?
He might.
I don't know. I'd have to see his comedic.
Oh!
chops.
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds.
I guess he could make
Yeah,
it.
he'd be good.
That's pretty solid. Yeah, that's solid.
That's a not so simple thing.
All right, we need one more option for Waco Kid. I mean, I think Ryan Gosling probably could do it. He does have a good comedic side to him. And the Waco Kid he does play the straight man. Anyone? No, Juan Soto. Conan O'Brien is not. No. Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's good for something like that. I think he'd be good.
You think so?
For some character, right?
Yeah, he's fun.
Zach Braff. Who's Zach Braff? What's he from?
Seth Green?
Zach Braff's from like the show Scrubs and stuff. The white dude, curly hair, brown hair.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
Seth Green.
There's nothing gay about it.
Yeah, that dude.
All right, we'll do Zach Braff.
Yeah, he would work.
All right, we have the poll. The poll is in the chat. Let's find out who the chat thinks should be cast as the Waco Kid.
I don't see Dean Cain on there.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Oh, Bruce Campbell would have been good, but he's too old.
Okay,
He's
well, what
got
if we
the same
made
character.
what if we made up Owen Wilson to look like Dean Cain?
Bruce Campbell can be Slim Pickens' character.
What?
Yeah.
He seems like he would suit that pretty good.
Oh man, I follow him on Twitter and Instagram. He makes these videos. Oh, he's hilarious, man. He makes all these character videos with the little, the phone apps. He does little phone app like characters. It's hilarious. He does old man and stuff.
Bradley Cooper. Okay, we've got our votes coming in. So far, Ryan Reynolds is in the lead. Ben Stiller's second place. Owen Wilson third. Zach Braff has no votes. Ben Stiller and Ryan Reynolds are tied up for first place. Owen's got that signature nose, great for cartooning. That's true, he does. I just watched a movie with his brother Luke
Skywalker.
Wilson.
Luke Wilson.
Oh,
Yeah,
I knew that.
it was so good. It was called
Bottle Rocket.
What was it called?
Wilson's Bluff.
Oh, now I'm drawing a total blank. Something Pool was here.
Deadpool was
I
here.
remember his first name. Not Tim Pool.
Yeah.
Not Swimming Pool. Was it Pool? Hold on. Let me look up Luke Wilson movies. It was like that.
Henry Poole is here.
Henry Poole is here. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen this movie?
No.
No.
It's so, I'd never even heard of it, and it's so good. It's like, I mean, I don't think it's like a faith-based film or anything, but it's like, it's something I wouldn't see Hollywood generally doing because it has so much faith in it. And it's like, it's about this guy and he's dying. His doctor has told him that he's got this disease that's going to kill him soon. And so he ends up trying to buy the house that he grew up in because it's the last place he remembers being happy. And that place isn't for sale. So he like buys the house down the street in the same neighborhood. And then like, he's just in his house drinking himself to death, waiting to die. And some lady comes by. He looks outside and some lady is like praying at his wall. And she sees the picture of Christ on the wall. Although as the audience, you don't really see it. So that's an interesting take, right? Because he doesn't see it either. And we don't see it, but she sees it. And other people in the movie see it, right? And then like people are starting to get like miraculous healings and stuff from this thing. But he's still like, you know, I don't want to spoil the movie because it's I think it's free. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon or something. But it's a highly recommend. I never even heard of it. And I just thought it was like, at first it felt like a, who's that guy that did Trust and The Unbelievable Truth? Like those old art house films.
Yeah.
Hal Hartley. Anybody?
Hal Hartley.
Hal Hartley film?
That sounds
You remember
like
him?
Never
Yeah.
heard of
So,
it.
anyways, it felt like that at the beginning, but then it morphed into this like really cute, like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm gonna watch it again.
Oh, nice.
Highly recommend. All right, we've got 13 viewers and 13 votes, so I'm gonna call it. We've got Ryan Reynolds as the Waco Kid, ladies and gentlemen. All right, next up, we need to cast Sheriff Bart. Who do we cast as Sheriff Bart? All right. So, first option.
My mind immediately goes to Denzel Washington. I could see Denzel and
Too old. No, dude.
well, yeah,
Sheriff Bart was like in his 20s.
Well, how far is
Denzel was like in his 90s.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
Is
Jamie alive?
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Kevin Hart.
I go with Kevin Hart. That'll just be
Kevin
fun.
Hart.
He's seen.
I would go with him anyway.
I've never seen a movie with him.
I don't think Damon Wayans. Is Damon Wayans a little long in the tooth for that?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, if you're gonna dismiss Denzel, then David Wayans would be too old too.
Yeah. I don't know who's young, funny, black right now. Young, funny, black. Oh, dude, who's the comedian? The one that gets in all the trouble.
Chris
Dave
Rock?
Chappelle.
Dave
Oh
Chappelle.
yeah, Dave Chappelle would do good.
Don Cheadle, he ain't funny. 7, come on. Will Smith with a comeback. Will Smith too old. I know I know Dave Chappelle's probably as old, but he's so funny. I'd give him a break.
Dave Chappelle's in his 40s.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, 40s, young 40s. I already put Kevin Hart.
Oh. You said the one who's constantly getting in trouble.
Is he getting in trouble?
I think.
Oh yeah, Dave Chappelle was in Robin Hood.
Was he? Huh.
It's true. It's true. Mike, are you just moving furniture in your house with a samurai
No,
sword?
I'm closing the window. My cat comes. You guys know this. Terry Crews. I love Terry Crews.
Yeah, I like Terry Crews too.
All right, we got one more option. One more good option, then we can run this thing.
DeRay Davis.
Who?
Oh, I'm just going over a list of comedic black comedic actors. As one recommended, he was an actor in 21 Jump Street. Well, let me try someone else.
Johnny Depp,
the captain.
Oh,
yeah, he's dead. I think.
Johnny Depp?
Well, he's
No,
not
not
going to
Johnny
work then.
Tracy Morgan.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, I guess not.
He's a comedian.
We can have some cameos of all the other slaves
Kenan
building
Thompson.
the railroad and stuff. We can have cameos by other actors.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. would be
Oh,
good.
he's old too, though. He's
Yeah.
long enough
He
too.
looks young though.
Sean Waynes. How old
That
is
slap
Sean
pretty
Waynes
good.
now?
How far
Sean
in the
Wayne's
future is the sequel?
Oh,
supposed
the
to
younger
be?
brother guy. He might work.
Yeah.
Kel Mitchell.
Do we care how fat he is? Because, Anthony Anderson's pretty good.
Maybe he gained some weight.
Let's do Sean Waynes.
Lily Sketchpad says Chris Tucker. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Bro, stop with the
Force One
noise.
Studios. What's up, dog? Force One in the house. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans.
Marlon
He's the
Wayans?
younger
Yeah,
one?
maybe. Yeah, he might be good because he's still young enough to be the older guy, but not much older.
Oh yeah, is he on
Is that the white chicks guy?
all right, Marlon Wayans. Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
Wait, which one is the
How many
which one is the
freaking
young one?
Wayans brothers are there? All right, here we go. The poll has begun. Let's figure out who's gonna play Sheriff Bart. Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker would have been interesting. Good.
For real though. For reals.
Marlon is funnier. We got multiple people saying Marlon, so all right. Lily's Sketchpad says, "What's up, Elliot?"
Hi.
Oh, that's who you were talking about earlier.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Dave Chappelle is taking it. Oh my gosh. 67% so far.
Whoa.
I don't even know if there's room for anyone else to beat him now. Kevin Hart got 0 votes. No love for my little Kevin Hart, man.
I'd vote for him if I was on there right at the moment.
Oh, wait. One sort said Wayne Brady. That would have been a good choice. He still looks young.
Who's Wayne Brady?
He used to be in that show.
Whose line is it? Or
Whose line is it anyway? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been a game show host for a while. He's older, but he looks young.
And then he got famous for that little skit he did on Dave Chappelle's things. Wayne Brady got to choke a bit.
He's like, break yourself.
They did like a Training Day parody with Wayne Brady in it, and it was great. It was fun.
Okay, we've got 14 viewers. We've got 12 votes. We've got 67% going for Dave Chappelle. I think it's literally impossible for anyone else to win. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. Dave Chappelle is our Sheriff Bart.
Nice.
Right on, right on.
Do we have to recast William J. LaPetamine? Oh, no. Madeline Kahn.
Her character.
Lily.
Who's got the chops that can do it?
Lily.
Who's
Right.
got the chops and the?
Right,
What about
that's a hard one.
what about that gal that used to be on SNL that she plays? She used to play the governor of Alaska. What's her
Oh,
name?
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
know
could
Tina
see
Fey?
what you're saying. I just
What about the one who used to be like is it Mad TV? The one the blonde lady used to be. She played like the kind of like the hyperactive girl, but she was like older, but she played a little kid. Oh,
Mad
man, I can't
TV
remember her
hasn't
name.
been on TV for 30 years. Whoever you're
She was
talking
that
about is at
Right.
least 50 years old. This character has to be young enough to be a burlesque dancer.
That'd be
Scarlett
funny if she was
Johansson
older.
is just throwing it out there.
Madeline Kahn was not 50 when she played Lily von Stroop.
I don't know if she can do the musical thing, but I'm throwing out Scarlett Johansson just to have something to choose.
No, she's a singer.
Oh well, we got a second on Scarlett Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not funny, is she?
She's on every single one of our things, though.
She can be. I've seen her.
Barbara
do some things.
Streisand.
Shut up.
Holy.
You
Holy
just make me
moly.
sink to a new low. Good job, Jeff.
Who is Stephanie Weir? I have to look up these names. Does she have to be funny? It would really help if she was funny.
Barbara Streisand's funny. They've made a movie with her in it called Bunny Girl.
Yeah, but Madeline Kahn wasn't side splitting
face.
funny. She just had good timing, I guess. You know,
She was
like she was.
No on Stephanie Weir.
Okay.
How's Elizabeth Banks?
Got to be able to do.
What
kind of
about? I know this wasn't a popular movie, but the one that played Cheetah in Wonder Woman.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
funny.
I think she's
Amy.
Bridesmaid lady.
Amy something or other.
She was also in Ghostbusters.
No, she's hilarious.
She's great. She's great.
I was in Ghostbusters.
I just can't remember her name.
I can't either. So, Cheetah chick. Cheetah chiquita. Chiquita banana.
It might be confusing because it's not Amy Poehler. It's not Amy. It's
It's not the who?
No, it's not Amy Poehler. You're confusing Amy Poehler with
Kristen Wiig. Oh, that was way off. It's Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You got to say Kristen Wiig.
That's what I'm thinking about.
With two
Girl
eyes.
play-
How weird.
She's funny, and
Yeah.
she could pull that off. I think, and she's attractive too. I think she'd do it.
How about Gal Gadot? Just because she's Gal Gadot.
She's not funny. She also can't act.
It's fine.
Hey, if you got to have somebody in there, throw her in the pool anyway. Whatever.
She probably wouldn't want to play a German anyways.
Yeah.
I could hear her saying, "It's Twoo. It's Twoo. It's Twoo."
I actually see the wig gal saying it like that. That makes me giggle. Oh well. What do I know?
Taylor Tomlinson. Let's see who that is. Taylor Tomlinson.
Splendor in the Minefields? I know.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. Why is it so hard to cast a young, attractive comedian?
Oh, what about Kat Denning? She's good
Kat?
too. She was the
I
one
don't
that
know if she
played.
can do accents, but I like her. You got to. It's a good choice, even if. I don't know. She won't. I don't know if she'd do good accents, but I like Kat Denning. She always makes me chuckle.
Well, I don't think this is actually going to get made into a movie.
Yeah.
Hello,
So,
Pablo.
all right.
But we're just imagining, since we're imagining.
All right, Kat Denning, and we've got one more spot.
I know.
Maybe Malin Ackerman?
Who?
Malin Ackerman. She was the Silk Spectre in Watchmen, and she's been in some other stuff. I just can't.
Yeah, she's been in comedies.
Yeah, she's kind of a tall, tall blonde.
She was in.
Yeah, she's pretty fun. She has good comedic
Yeah, okay.
timing. I also like the girl that was in the other character in
I don't like typing Malin in though.
what's the other gal that was in Watchmen? She's Carla Gugino.
Carla Gugino, yeah. Uh-huh.
I think she's pretty good at that too. She's pretty flex. Like she's good at doing different stuff.
Have you seen The Heartbreak Kid with Malin Ackerman?
No, but that's got Owen Wilson in it, right? Isn't that
No, it's what's his face? The guy that always not Jerry.
Ben Stiller?
Ben Stiller, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Jerry's his dad. All right, we have a poll. Who do we cast as Lily Von Stoop, Scarjo, Kristen Wiig, Kat Denning, or Malin Ackerman?
I wish I had pictures of those people because I can't think of who they are. Only a couple of them.
Oh, Malin Ackerman?
Thought
Yeah,
you hated Malin.
I know, right?
I like getting mail. I like getting packages in the mail.
I never mail it in.
Ha!
Oh, Isaac has a friend named Malin. So annoying. Pablo says there are 2 big reasons to get Kat Dennings.
Come on now.
Yep.
Sheldon Martin says Heartbreak Kid is a ridiculously funny movie. Yeah, so's the original. The original has Charles Grodin and what's her face from Moonlighting.
Some run my night.
There's no response from Matt Cosson.
What was that? What was
The original Heartbreak Kid movie has Charles Grodin and what's her face from Moonlighting.
Oh, Sybil Shepherd.
Sybil Shepherd, yeah.
Oh,
So for those of you who don't know what Heartbreak Kid is, in both versions, it's about a guy who falls quickly in love with a young lady, marries her, they go off on their honeymoon, and then he falls in love with somebody else.
What?
It's terrible, but it's funny. Lily's Sketchpad says, to tell you the truth, I picked ScarJo because she's the only one I'm really familiar with from your selections. I mean, there's a thing called Google. You can, oops, where's that? Share screen. I did the wrong thing. So here's Malin Ackerman, this young lady here.
Yeah, she's like
It's the only thing I remember her from, actually.
Well, I know.
Did you see Watchmen?
What's the one lady?
Yeah, I just try not to remember it.
What was the one blonde who was married to Chris Pratt? She used to be married to him. Anna Faris.
Yeah, Anna Faris.
Who's she?
Funny.
She's a funny comedian, but I don't know.
So who are the other ones on our poll?
Kat Denning.
Kristen Wiig. You guys don't know who Kristen Wiig is?
I know.
Scarlett Johansson.
She's so funny.
Really? Think that?
I do.
I think she is funny, yeah.
She was the only funny thing on Saturday Night Live.
Who?
When she was on Saturday Night Live?
That thing's still on.
Oh,
She kind of favors the original gal.
Yeah,
Kind
so
of
that's Kristen Wiig.
The
And
same
then
ballpark.
Kat Denning. You guys don't know who Kat Denning is?
Please show us.
She was Darcy in the Thor movie. She was.
Don't do that. No, you're ruining it. Yeah.
You ain't ruining it for me. She was in there.
Oh, Two Broke Girls.
She was awesome looking in there.
I know. I want to see her again.
Girls.
Yeah. Yeah. She's cool.
I like her, but I don't know the character.
The balloons. All right, so that's Kat Denning.
Word.
All right, so let's see. Here's our poll so far. Oh wow! Now suddenly Kat Denning screamed ahead to 40%.
Well.
I wonder why that happened.
No idea. No clue. What could possibly draw people to vote for Kat Denning over the others? I'm sure it is her comedic timing.
She was great on the Craig Ferguson show. You ever watch his show? Oh man, he was hilarious.
But you're right though, Kev. She probably couldn't do
she looks like the Mona Lisa right there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mona Lisa.
All right, let's see how many votes we got. We got 10 votes, 40% for Kat Denning. We got 3. Let's get a couple more votes in here, and then we can call it a day and move on. Should we recast anyone, or should we just get started? You know what?
What
Let's
about
not do
the
the governor because I think
pediment?
we should have them get out of that state and move west.
Different location then?
Remember the end of the movie? Where you
Oh
headed?
yeah.
I don't know. Somewhere. I always wanted to go somewhere. So they got to head to somewhere.
There you go. Somewhere out west.
Somebody's phone.
He wore a blazing saddle. Oh, what about Mongo?
Who's Mongo?
You know what? We can do all this on the fly.
Mongo.
You
don't remember Mongo?
I don't remember that.
Mongo just.
I remember Mongo.
I don't.
Dude, the big stupid dude.
I've only seen this movie in parts. I've never actually seen the whole movie.
Oh man!
Ouch, my heart!
Holy
I
cow!
know.
You need to
I've
make
never seen it either.
take an hour and a half out of your life and dedicate
I
it to watching.
I tried one time and I was like, that's all right.
Oh my gosh!
The only scenes I've seen are the ones Mike plays on.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
See, that's the
Oh,
only
my
scenes
goodness.
I know from that show is the one Mike plays.
Is Dom DeLuise in it?
Huh? No.
Yes.
Not that I remember.
Yes,
Is
he is. He's at the end. He's the dance choreographer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Duh.
Oh,
It's
maybe I should watch
it's
it.
so out of the norm
Watch
for.
the nuggets.
Yeah, it's so out of the norm for the other kind of funny roles that he does. It was
so funny.
Yeah, it just my brain slipped on
Sounds
that
like
one.
gas escaping.
Yeah, that's right. He did. Ah.
All right, I'm gonna guess. All right, we have not got our 2 additional votes, but we've got 40% for Kat Denning. So Lily Von Stupp will be played by Kat Denning in this version of Battles Part 2. All right, let's just stick with those 3 primaries, and we can add whoever we want as we go. So, where I was thinking they should head for the gold rush.
I'm gonna make Bart Hugh Jackman in blackface. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
It'll be a Tropic Thunder kind of thing.
Oh yeah, we should have had what's his faces.
Exactly, Osiris. Lincoln Osiris.
What do you mean, you people? All right. Lily says, Elliot, you have to watch the whole movie. It is a movie that would never be created today, never make past the concept. It is too funny, I guess, and stupid. Yes. It is the movie that did more for race relations in the world than the NAACP. I stand by that, and I've said it a million times in my life. So, all right, there we go. Now, again, they make their way somewhere. I think the somewhere should be the gold rush. What do you think? Yeah, no?
It's very highly Western.
So California, not Alaska? That would be
California gold rush.
Yeah.
Oh, Alaska
Although I
would
don't
be
know what
hilarious.
year it's supposed to be. It just says it's the Old West.
Okay.
It'd be funny if the West was Alaska. That is hilarious.
It's Hawaii. They make
Oh, they did take the train
It
to
was even
Hawaii?
more. Oh, they took the train to Hawaii on the way to Japan.
On the way to
Yeah.
Japan.
They went a little far. They took a wrong turn and also going to.
7 says.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
That screams so good.
The Black Hills, Deadwood. Monsanto says, how about moving the town this time to the gold mine? Oh, moving Rock Ridge to San Francisco.
That's funny.
Who's gonna play the old lady that says "up yours"? And that'll be Roseanne. Roseanne will be there.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes, that's good. I should throw her in the movie poster. I'm not getting any feedback here from my creative crew. Come on now.
Let's see.
Come on now. Oh yeah. Do we need Chinese people to help mine too? Yes. That could be who he's there to free this time. right?
Okay.
The
All right.
injustice against the Chinese.
There
All
you go.
right, we'll take the hairs and the chinks, but we don't want the Irish.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay, so the plight is the Chinese. The location is San Francisco.
Mhm.
We need a villain.
All of San
Dean Cain.
Francisco or just the place where everybody poops?
Dean Cain can be the villain.
What?
Okay.
Are you in now, Herman?
I'm in now.
Are you paying attention now?
I was going to say Billy Bob Thornton for Lepetamine or whatever that name was.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
not
you know what?
Lepetamine.
This could be his cousin, Dean Lepetamine.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about the first movie. So the guy does the thing, and something happens, and the guys they make a lot of comedy. But what's the main plot, so we can know?
It's
what
about
main
land
plot.
grabs and government. And...
Right. But so, all right, Bart is a railroad worker who is told to do a job that is getting him killed, and then like he survives the quicksand and comes out and he
Yeah,
hits
it was
the guy
supposed to scout out. Yeah,
with a shovel. Who well no because this is the impetus because of the quicksand they had to reroute the railroad through a town called Rock Ridge, right? And so William J. Lepetamine, who no, it wasn't Lepetamine. He was the governor. The other guy was
Slim Pickens.
No, the guy that.
Oh no, Mel Brooks' character. Are you talking
Mel
about
Brooks?
that?
William J. Lepetamine?
No, that was.
No, he's the governor, right? The governor is William J. Lepetamine.
I thought he was like
the William J. Lepetamine Thruway. What'll that a-hole thing
I thought he was the
Somebody
lieutenant.
gotta go get a crap load of dimes.
I thought he was the lieutenant that was like telling Mel Brooks what to do. He was actually the power behind the throne sort of thing, where he was
what was the governor's name?
Crap. I'm drawing a brain part here. I'll just say Mel Brooks' character, whatever it is.
No, that was Harvey Korman. That was Hedley Lamar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I'm confused.
Lepetamine was governor.
Yeah.
Exactly. It'll be Dean Lamar.
Dean Lepetamine.
Dean Lepetamine. Okay, well, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
It's about, excuse me while I whip this out. Yeah, so anyways, the thing is that Lamar wants to get the property of Rockridge, right? Because it'll be very wealthy land when the railroad ends up going through it. And the only thing standing in his way is the rightful owners. So he and his trusty cohort, sidekick, I forget his name, they work up a number 7 on him, where they get a bunch of whole guys, riding into town, raping all the cows and stealing all the women, something like that.
Yeah.
And then that's their plan. So they start just roughhousing this whole town. And then the town calls the governor and says, we need a new sheriff because of all these outlaws that are tearing up our town. And then the sheriff says, you have to do something. We have to, or not the sheriff, but Lamar says they have to do something. They have to send him a sheriff. And so he looks outside and Bart is about to get hung for hitting that guy on the head. And he says, and he decides to make him the sheriff because, having a Negro for a sheriff would drive the people to want to leave that town, or they'd just kill him anyways. And then that wouldn't be a problem either way. So Bart rides into town, and Bart was his name. And they've got this big welcome parade, and everyone's there. And then he walks up to the stand and he says,
Excuse me while I whip this out.
and he whips out his thing that says he is the duly appointed sheriff of Rock Ridge. And then all of the different people pull out their guns and aim it at him. And then he pulls out his own gun and sticks it to his own head. And he says, "Nobody move." I so want to quote it, but I can't. Or the N-word gets it, right? And then he like starts backing him up, and there's a lady goes, "Won't somebody help that poor man?" And then he gets inside the house, and he's like, goes, "Oh baby, you are so good, and they are so stupid." And then he becomes a sheriff, and inside the jail cell, you've got the Waco Kid who's sleeping over a hangover, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he comes up, and he's like introducing himself, and he talks to the Waco Kid, and he says, "Well, seeing as how I am your host and you are my guest, what is it you like to do?" And the Waco Kid says, "Oh, I don't know. Play chess, screw." And Bart says, "Well, let's play chess." And then over time, he's trying to be the nicest guy on earth, trying to help people. And the town is just, like, old lady. He goes outside and says, "It's a lovely day this morning, isn't it, ma'am?" And she goes, "Up yours, N-word," and walks away. And then as he warms up, or as he like warms up to the people, or they warm up to him, they like sort of quietly start supporting him. Like one of them comes in and gives him a pie and thanks him for what he's doing, and then he's like, "Well, of course you'll have the good sense not to say I did any of this," right? But it's like, he becomes the hero, right, of this whole town, and they like, they all love him by the end because he proves to be, the only, not the only real man, but the leader that they needed. And they defeat, with his plan, they defeat Lepetamain, well, not Lepetamain, but Headley Lamar's
Headley.
Yeah.
This is a great. Okay. This is a great story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic story, and it's like I said, it's like you turned racism on its head. You made it look so stupid while making it so funny that it like totally, like I said, and it did more for race relations than NAACP. So, Mr. Miller, are you quoting the whole movie? I mean, I could.
At some point in the movie, they send the gang of guys that Lamar is employing, the gang of henchies. They send this dude Mongo, who's like this big football player. I can't remember the guy's name.
Alex Karras.
Yeah, Alex Karras.
He's from Webster, the dad from Webster.
Yeah, the dad from Webster. He's a little younger there, and he's got like some mass to him, and he's a big dude, but he's stupid, incredibly stupid. And then they go into this little. He comes to town, and like give you an idea of how tough he is. He walks in there and he punches a horse and knocks the horse out.
Yeah.
And and it's just the big. And he's there to kill the sheriff. And the sheriff outsmarts him, and they pull this Looney Tunes kind of little skit or montage. Yeah, a montage of these skits. It's actually edited out of most of the copies that I've ever seen, but you see it on the TV version. But there's a bunch of different skits where he just destroys Mongo by outsmarting him and all these kind of booby traps and things like that. And it's pretty cool. It's got kind of Looney Tunes kind of booby traps and stuff.
Yeah, and then Lamar like sends the lady, to destroy him, and so he sends Lily von Stupp to go and seduce Sheriff Bart, and so she lures him to her abode and like turns off the light, and says, "Tell me, Shatsi, is it true what they say about your people?" And then the lights go out. She goes, "Oh, it's true. It's true. It's true." And then this morning, she's like completely smitten over him, and like feeding him. And he goes, "Would you like another Schnitzengruben? Please, 14 is my limit for Schnitzengruben." And so, yeah, like every plan that they send against him, he like turns it on his head and defeats it. And so it's really good.
Oh, a wet woes. How romantic.
How ordinary.
Oh, daisies, how ordinary.
It's so good. All right. Anyways, we're not just retelling the first movie, Sheldon. Elliot hasn't seen it. Can you believe this? So we have to explain it to him and why it's so great, so that we can now
talk about what might be in the sequel
and build the story for Blazing Saddles 2.
Well, it sounds like some kind of like making a claim during the gold rush and then some kind of mischief about that would be a good premise for a story. Kind of similar, like going to different places and things like that.
Yeah, so it'd be like, it would be funny if we just had Hedley Lamar head out west and try to take their gold claim. or like somebody's gold claim, like a town's gold claim. I mean, I don't want to rehash the whole story, but like they head out there to just, retire and mine gold and play chess. And they meet up with some very successful Chinese gold miners, maybe.
That could work.
Right? Like their husbands are all out there getting themselves blown up in the mines, but the wives and the kids are down there, and they find a plot that they can, get a stake for. Oh, you know what? Back then, Chinese couldn't own property. So what if they make the discovery and the Waco Kid, because blacks couldn't own property either, I believe, in California. But the Waco Kid, like, makes their stakes their claim for them. Right?
Interesting.
And then Dean Cain comes in and says, "Oh, that's not right. We don't like you taking that claim." Herman, you're not being any help tonight.
No, I mean, it's, sounds like we're just retelling Blazing Saddles 1. But with Dean Cain as the villain.
Well, I'm open to ideas. Nobody has been saying anything. I've just been talking this whole time by myself.
I appreciate it because I don't really know a lot about the first movie, so I'm trying to like
just explain the whole
all
first movie.
I got it.
So the basic thing. Okay, what is the second film going to be? Lampooning racism and prejudice again, or we want to tackle something?
Yeah,
different?
but against Asians this time. Juan Soto says Chinese runs into town trying to hide. He's the only one man who knows where the mine with the gold is. Oh, so sort of like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, right? Where the one guy knows where the gold is.
Or better yet, The Man with No Name.
The Man with No Name.
You could do a merge of The Man with No Name with Blazing Saddles.
I mean, The Man with the No Name is in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah.
That's not a movie. That's a character.
Are you talking? Wait, so
you gotta ruin everything, don't you?
Well, I'm just saying. What do you mean? What are we combining? We're not combining plots. That's not a plot. KRS says we have to fit Bitcoin in this somehow. Well, that's how you tested if gold was real. You bit the coin.
No.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh.
That's legit because gold is so soft that if you bit it, you could leave an indentation in it.
But you mean Bitcoin was named because of that?
Do you think like?
Yes, it was.
What?
Maybe a treasure map or something like that?
He's like, what?
Jersey
I mean,
cool.
Or better, yeah, that's actually not bad. Do like a Blazing Saddles Pirates of the Caribbean mashup.
yeah, that could be fun. It would be a little bit different, and it would introduce some different elements.
Have Chappelle have Dave Chappelle talk like what's his name? Oh, God,
Like
Jack
that?
Sparrow.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
You could potentially have great
We're,
parts.
we're really pushing him,
So-
pushing the limits there on Dave Chappelle.
And then near the end, we have zombies.
Oh God. Oh God.
Are they in the cave? Like they were trying to find the treasure?
They come out of the
and then
cave. They come out of the cave. They dig too far and they come out of the cave. And Dave Chappelle runs in there and goes, "Well, I know you shall not pass."
I take it back. You don't have to help.
Gandalf, Jack Sparrow thing
Well,
over there?
well, well.
What? I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Definitely
you
different.
got Jack Sparrow, you've got Dave Chappelle, and you have zombies.
I mean-
Three sure things right there.
There you go.
Okay. So
Now,
I am the sheriff of this town.
so is he going to not necessarily be a sheriff in this new situation, or is he kind of like retired and maybe? Like,
Well,
do
he
they-
wouldn't be the sheriff. He wouldn't be the duly appointed sheriff there, right?
Ah.
He's just sort of his
So-
own man.
So
But
maybe-
at somehow or another in the story, he's got to become the sheriff again.
sheriff again, or like maybe
Yeah,
like a
of the new
mayor.
town.
Like, if there's a little town that shows up, like it's just a bunch of campers at one point, and they're not really united by much. But there's like a big treasure chest or something, no treasure or something like that. They find that. I don't know. Or the sheriff. Like, I would have to look up how those how towns were formed during those days. Like I think people would get their own pieces of land, but I don't know at what point they started making communities, or if it were just they were all like farms or like just claims.
I
that
think
people
it was
kind of-
generally like, a wagon train and a group of people would get together and say they want to start their own community. Like they'd come out from out east and like
Mhm.
plop down and start building houses in proximity to each other.
That is like a pretty cool premise. So then, should the goal simply be to find the treasure, or are they trying to do something like, oh, I don't know, like, is the money like for a particular noble cause? Like, if there's like if the Chinese people are having a hard time and they kind of need something to help them either get back home or set up a place where they feel like they'll be safe, or like argue for court or something like that, or maybe there's something else like hidden in the cave, like evidence for something that could be.
Telling you.
Oh, like
Zombies.
yeah, zombies.
Zombie virus. Zombie virus is
virus.
hidden in the cave.
So maybe they hid the zombie virus in the cave, and there was like a confession that was written.
Please
too that
don't
said,
humor him, Amy.
Well, it doesn't have to be a zombie virus. It could be something else. Like maybe there's a crooked politician, and he what did it say? The need to confess. So he did something, and he wrote it, and he put it in a chest, and they buried it in the cave because they figured no one was ever going to find it again. But he just needed to write it and get it out. So like some people do well with the money, and then they find this thing like, oh, this is evidence for a thing.
Oh, I think I might have something.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we going to be? It seems like let's say we're definitely sympathetic to the Chinese, the Chinese pioneers. They don't have the right to own land. Is there any? Do you maybe maybe it is some kind of to
Well, I
try
can't.
and
You're totally
overturn?
breaking up. Is she breaking up for anybody else?
Let me get a little closer to
Yeah,
my
a little
microphone.
bit, yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay, so if you don't want zombies coming out of the
Hold
cave,
on. Let Melissa say what she was saying. I just couldn't hear what she was saying.
Oh, okay, thank you. So I'm thinking. Okay, so it seems like the biggest the biggest problem here is like for the same prejudice, the Chinese lack of right to own land. I was wondering, maybe there is national law, but could there be like local law that would maybe it could be like a I don't know, maybe a Republican, and it's something like a Republican or someone that's trying to
argue for other groups
argue
to
for
have
for
things.
property rights for minorities, and and his main opposition is kind of like is in league with. Well, basically, they're trying to use the prejudice of the local people to to encourage the passing of laws that seem to protect them, but really only protect the rich people. And so there's some kind of evidence of like of the true nature of this opposing politician that's hidden somewhere, or like maybe it's connected to the gold or a treasure or something.
Yeah, he might have stole something, like something valuable, and it might be like with some of the gold and some evidence. Maybe it was some kind of an artifact or something which was significant to the Chinese community in this particular area. So it could have that kind of significance and tie something back to it.
Right, or something that kind of exposes the figurehead that represents
that could get back to not just gold mining, but like sort of maybe a Chinese treasure map, not just to a gold mine, but to like some prince or princess or whatever came over hiding from her. Well, no, that's that other movie with the Shanghai Noon.
Well, I mean,
maybe
yeah.
Maybe the Chinese dude is selling slaves to gain power. Like he's supplying.
That's fine. Soto said that. Chinese guy wants to sell Chinese people as slaves.
Oh wow, he did too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, down at the bottom. Look. Oh man. Okay. That's crazy. We came up with. I'm sitting here listening.
Yeah. Okay. So like they keep saying that these Chinese people are dying from being exploded, but really they're just disappearing because they're selling them into slavery. Where though? Slavery was already.
Just to prove that I didn't that I didn't steal it from Juan Soto. We thought of it at the same time. I was actually drawing Dr. Ken as the guy selling the slaves, like
that Dean Cain
Lamar type guy.
That's the Dean Cain.
Well, okay, Dean Cain. All right. Well, no, I guess it won't be Dean Cain. Whatever.
Our villain is Dean Cain this time.
In order to stop them with this whole mining thing, Dean Cain could actually send a whole horde of zombies against the town.
Maybe that was part of the cursed item. That was one of the
Maybe
cursed items.
he sends Steven Smeagol
from the bottom of the well.
The Aikido zombie.
Yeah.
The zombie that knows Aikido.
I thought he was the Roman emperor.
I mean, more than one thing can be true.
Caesar Seagal.
Caesar Seagal. Okay, we can come up with a good enough pun, then he can be in the movie somewhere.
We're gonna do number 7.
Maybe he's trying to establish
do it
Italy
against the
mafia
town.
in Italy.
Oh, there could be a mafia.
What I need is about 1,000 zombies.
Maybe
Wait,
that's
Steven Seagal is trying to establish the mafia from Italy? What?
Yeah, he wants. He thinks the Chinese are trying to muscle in on his territory, the Triad. So he actually wants to get rid of them.
You guys think you're above the law, but you're not above my law.
See, I don't care about your laws.
So we're gonna have the Triad. When did the Triad actually start?
There have to be something like the Triad, right? A precursor to the Triad. But
they don't have power. They don't have power here. If they had power here, it would only be among the other Chinese people.
Yeah, right. Maybe they're trying to buy politicians, though. You know what I mean? They look harmless. You know, like they're being oppressed.
Oh, like maybe there's like a little restaurant with like a owner or something like that in it, and you're like, wait a minute, he turns out to be a bad guy or something like that.
Or maybe they're trying to buy the politicians, but the politicians is like a not Lepidemain, like the Lamar type of character who actually is double crossing the Chinese mob.
Right?
And so he's trying to like have people follow the mobsters to find out where they're hiding all this royal gold that they brought in from China.
Right, thinking they could just set up shop, and it's not working out quite the way they were thinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, that could be because of the government, or it could be because of another mafia that's trying to be established, and kind of the same thing.
And of course, you got innocent Chinese citizens just trying to make a homestead and a living for themselves.
Just
getting
trying
caught
to
up.
live. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just warm, lovely people that are trying to have a happy life. And
It's kind of hard to do that when you can't own land.
Yeah. Own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, that's the governor's thing. The Chinese will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah.
Alfred Proto nails it. Mel Brooks as an old Chinese man. That's right.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
That would actually be kind of amazing. He's Mel Brooks. I don't know. He's kind of
Who would do it?
Oh, that's perfect. He'll be the same size as he was as yogurt.
May the Schwartz be with you. Except now I want yogurt.
Confucius be with you. Larry Whitaker says, "Wait, what? I just jumped in. Blazing Saddles 2. Yeah, haven't you heard Blazing Saddles 2 starring Dave Chappelle,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, and Dean Cain, and was it Kristen Wiig? No, it was Kat Denning. Kat Denning.
Oh, did she win?
As Lily Von Stoop, who now why did Lily Von Stoop follow them out there?
Well, is she
Is
in
she
love?
married to Sheriff Bart now?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe she had a change of. Maybe she became convicted later in life and decided to become a traveling missionary,
Yeah, you could do something like that too.
like a nun or something. That might be kind of
Yeah.
That's a total awesome kind of turn there, is to have her become a nun.
That's a bit of a turn.
There you go. So she wants to go help people too. Maybe, I don't know. Like, it depends on, like, I guess who
Suddenly it's two
originally-
mules for Sister Sarah.
whoever finds out about the plot of this originally, because we know Ryan Reynolds' character is the one who's kind of helping make the claims on these things so they can get everything started. So that's kind of why he's in the story and his connection to it. And Bart's just a really great guy who wants to help people and do good, and he's clever, so he's good at putting all these things together too. And so I guess the question is, like, where kind of the empathic part of that is, like, what her role in that is it kind of like an emotional crux, or
Does she fall in love with Bart? Do you think maybe they could be married?
yeah, that could work.
Well, she can't be a nun if she's in love with Bart.
I mean, one or the other.
One or the other.
Why don't we introduce a polyamorous relationship?
No, I don't think Bart would
Why don't we
No,
not?
not Bart. Not Bart's fine. I was just like, but the nun would be kind of funny
boy.
about
that would be funny.
Yeah.
Make this relevant to the modern day audiences.
Yeah, we're updating it. That's what we're doing.
Updating it to modern day audiences. I'm sorry. Took me a while to remember the exact phrasing.
Mm-hmm. Who will play Slim Pickens' role?
That's a
Steven
great name.
Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell or
Larry
Bill Thornton.
says, well, I just moved back to the States, so I've been totally out of touch. Goodbye, Southeast Asia. Hello, USA. Larry, you want a link?
Welcome
You want
back.
to come in here and help us figure this out? Larry's a Disney animator director.
Oh,
friend
well,
of
then
mine.
you know a lot about, like,
Oh, sweet.
storyboarding and things like that. Sure. Sounds like fun. If he wants to come on, it sounds awesome.
Is or was?
Let's see.
Is.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know who he's.
You ain't my baby.
I don't know who he's working for. I don't know who his clients are right now.
Oh, I have a crossbow for you.
La 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 la. I will find you eventually on Discord, Larry.
I will find you. Stay alive.
Please don't quote that movie. I hate that movie with every fiber of my being.
Now
I sent you the link on Discord, Larry.
What movie is that?
We don't talk about Last of the Mohicans. Here.
A classic.
Last of the
masterpiece.
Mohicans.
Trash of the Mohicans.
Classic. It's a masterpiece, Kevin.
I want to go range in Kentucky.
I didn't watch it.
Good man.
Soundtrack too.
I laughed my way through it. It was really upsetting to the other
Stay
people.
alive no matter what you do, most excellent babe. I will find you.
So good, man.
Toon says the sheriff is on leave for gender reassignment surgery after Dave Chappelle as interim sheriff. Is the nun non-binary then?
Sure.
Why not?
Let's try and get a basic story before we work on throwing too much more in there.
I'm gonna give Dean Cain a derby.
Yeah, you don't have enough derbies.
I don't know why.
Oh, that looks so cute. I love it.
Yeah, I got a lot of glare on mine. I need to move.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry, what's up, Larry?
What is the technological witchery?
You mean StreamYard?
I've never used StreamYard. Look,
yeah.
we haven't even unpacked yet. I mean, here's like our luggage is here. So.
Oh, bless your heart. Oh,
wow.
Welcome back.
Where'd you move?
Awesome.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Oh, Oklahoma. Nice.
The one state where you have to drive 45 minutes to go anywhere, including your neighbors.
No, actually, it's not like that anymore. But I was like, man, do I want to move to California and be poor, or do I want to move to Oklahoma and be able to live comfortably?
I get you.
Tornadoes.
And yeah, I was
my
about to say, have my own tornado
Oklahoma.
shelter.
My friend moved from here to Oklahoma. His property here was worth like $2 million, and I think he got one for 12 cents in Oklahoma. I don't know what it was, but yeah, pretty steep change in.
You can get a really nice house for under $500,000. I mean, really, really nice, and that.
Oh yeah.
It's 4.
I used to do some
Did we
workout.
lose him?
Used to do some workout in
Lost
Oklahoma
connection.
for Ditch Witch, and they're like they are out in the sticks, and I do mean way. It's like a city out in like the middle of nowhere. And the nearest local restaurant was a Mexican restaurant inside a gas station.
Where is this? Oklahoma. I'm in Oklahoma City. It's not like that at all.
Oh yeah, I was in
where is
Oklahoma
it?
City just a couple months ago.
Well, no, it's outside of it. It's there's a college town there.
Norman? Oh,
There's
Stillwater.
a college in Oklahoma?
No, I forget the actual city. This is a while ago, but there's I think University of Oklahoma or something like that, and you have to go way out from there.
Yeah, Norman's. It's all now filled in from Oklahoma City to Norman.
Let me look.
All right, so who wants to give an update on where we are on the plot for?
I'll let you do
Blazing
that
Saddles 2?
because you don't like any of my ideas.
I don't, but I can correct you as you make them.
Sorry, Mike.
I mean,
Well, your ideas are always let's throw a zombie in it and make it gay.
I never said make it gay. You just assumed that.
It's a fair assumption, right?
we have.
Elliot, are you drawing anything?
I'm working on my lettering pages for Doomkicker.
Fine then. I'll show
I
you.
don't really have much to offer, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know nothing about the movie, and
He's never seen Blazing Saddles.
I never did, man.
Larry, how many times have you seen Blazing Saddles? Once. People.
Maybe he means since he moved back to America.
What do you mean, you people?
I remember it was always on HBO, but I didn't have clear HBO when I was a kid. I had
Let's see. Western comedy.
Let's see. There's
I'll let you, Mike. I'm going to let you guess my favorite Western comedy.
My Name is Nobody.
I'll give you a hint.
They call me Trinity. 3 or W?
3.
3:10 to Yuma? That's not a comedy.
Back to the Future 3.
Oh,
there you go.
there you
It was a
go.
Western.
It is a Western. It technically is a Western.
Western sci-fi. That's got to be like the rarest of all Westerns.
It takes place in the
like
West.
everyone is against me tonight.
Cowboys and Aliens should have been a good movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Cowboys and Aliens.
I
don't
liked
care.
it.
It had its faults, but I liked it. It's hard for me not to like something with Harrison Ford in it.
You mean like Indiana Jones 5?
Haven't seen it.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, great.
Oh, sorry. Oops.
On the plane back to the United States, it was a 32-hour transit, including layovers.
And that movie made it feel like 40?
Yes. I watched as much as I could, and I had to just fast forward through it.
Oh my gosh.
Just so you could say you viewed it.
So that way, when you say you don't like it, you can feel you're saying that with some credibility.
Well, I can say that the first 10 minutes where they did the AI age reduction, I really quite liked it. So
It was like an Indiana Jones movie then.
Yeah, that was,
I mean, that makes
weird. It was good.
It was good, he says.
the first 10 or 15 minutes was amazing.
Yeah, because it would have just
You'll
been like
notice,
an Indiana Jones movie.
This is Matt Cosson. Anything that is good, he will say sucks, and the contrary is true also. So if you ever want a good movie recommendation from him, find out what he thinks is really terrible.
Did any of you see
Biodome was
Wonka?
a horrible movie. Yeah, I love Casablanca.
Wonka.
I've heard so
Wonka?
good about it.
And I love
I loved it.
I was thinking of seeing actually that's weird. I
was kind of thinking of seeing that one. It looks like it was
It's not a perfect movie,
Wait,
but I
no.
thought it was really good. It caught a lot of the flavor of the Gene Wilder.
Oh, nice. That's
Which
great. So
movie?
you did mention some of that whimsy in there.
Sorry, what movie are you talking about?
Wonka.
Wonka.
Oh,
yeah.
Wonka.
Yeah.
You said Casablanca.
The new one.
What?
Oh, Casablanca.
Yeah, my wife didn't like that. She thought the
Did she
songs
see
were
it?
really bad.
Oh.
Different people pay attention to different things.
That
It
is true.
could have done with about maybe 1 or 2 songs less, but overall, I really liked it. The character acting was funny. Heel didn't need to be in there. His character didn't add anything.
Who's?
Jordan Peele.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't see it.
I didn't know he was in it. I thought
Yeah.
it was funny that was it Hugh Grant.
Yes,
He looked pretty funny.
it was hilarious. He was
Good night, Lil.
hilarious.
So, just for the sake of the audience who doesn't know you, Larry, why don't you give them a little IMDb rundown?
There's a freakish delay as I'm talking, so I hear myself about 20 seconds after I talk. So,
Oh,
I'll
you
just-
still have the YouTube
oh,
on.
YouTube.
Turn the YouTube
Here.
off.
Here. Oh man, that's much better. What the hell? Okay, so started out in the film industry in 19, and my first boss was Steven Spielberg.
Oh wow.
Of all the big studios I've worked for, Warner Brothers is the one that I worked for the most. Had my own studio for several years. My biggest client was Disney. Worked on Space Jam, not the recent one.
Oh, my wife loves Space Jam. There is no one.
When Lola kisses Bugs Bunny, that's my shot. That's one of my shots.
Oh, cool.
Probably the most famous single shot I've ever animated. Worked on a movie called The Swan Princess. Worked on a television series called Tiny Toons with Steven Spielberg as my first boss.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Tasmania.
Awesome.
Great show.
Swan Princess, Tasmania. A lot of independent stuff. I was the animation supervisor on Mighty Joe Young, the live action movie with Charlize Theron and the late Bill Paxton.
The late great Bill Paxton, you mean?
He was super nice. I mean, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with him on the set, but he was super nice. Rick Baker hated my guts, but
what, really?
Well, Rick's costume was awesome of the giant ape, and every single hair on that costume was sewn by hand, and it was yak hair. It was all groomed and combed. But he couldn't make the ape climb the Grauman's Chinese Theater, and he couldn't make him run across the African savannah. But the animators could.
Right.
And I was supervising, and he saw what was about to happen, and he hated my guts. The director asked me a question. He goes, "We're having trouble if you don't know what forced perspective is. So you've got a ground plane here and a ground plane that's way back here. You put Charlize Theron back here. You put Mighty Joe Young, the giant ape, here. If they were right next to each other, it would just look like a regular sized ape. Actually, a little smaller because the guy that was in the suit wasn't that big. And so every time they would try to get Charlize to kiss Joe, it'd give away the trick.
Yeah.
So the director asked me what I thought. Is there anything that I thought we could do? And I said, well, I think there's a program or something to the effect of elastic reality where we can kind of finish the pucker in post and complete the effect, and he can actually touch her cheek with his lip. And he goes, oh, okay, that's a good idea, something to that effect, and I left. Well, my effects producer came to me the next day, and Rick Baker's one of the few guys I wanted to work with. I wanted to work for Walt Disney Studios, I wanted to work for Spielberg and Rick Baker. So this was the last notch. And my producer comes back, my visual effects producer, and she says, yeah, Rick didn't like you talking to the director. I'm like, but he asked me because she's like, I know. He says, I know. What happened? He goes, well, he said, don't you ever let that effing animator talk to my effing director and come to my effing set again.
Whoa. That was okay.
I was devastated. Devastated.
It was a dream come true.
So Rick Baker is a makeup special effect artist, right?
Yeah.
And, costume, yeah.
Multi-Oscar award winning.
Yeah, he did the Planet of the Apes, right? Costumes for the new remake, the Tim Burton, right?
Yes, I think so. It was either him or Stan Winston. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember. But he did the American Werewolf in London.
Oh, yeah.
He did the Nutty Professor. He did the 1970s King Kong. Oof.
Yeah, Bridges. Bridges.
Supposedly he was in the suit.
Really?
God, I remember going to see that movie when I was a kid.
Me too. That means that you and I are close to the same age.
Yes, we are old. Very,
No.
old.
No. We're experienced.
I'm sorry.
I like this guy. Really.
Wise in the ways of science.
Yes. We're experienced. All right, I have to switch my hat now. That's my dad's hat that I inherited. So that's my Oklahoma hat.
Oh,
Where the wind comes sweeping down the plains, Oklahoma.
I hope it doesn't blow your hat off.
Well, here's my favorite personal hat that I've got. So this will give you an idea of what my favorite movie is. So.
Indy Banana Jones.
And it's the Raiders. It's the Raiders cut. It's not the Temple of Doom short one.
Oh, wow, the differences.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that Conan O'Brien where he had the fake fan come on talking about the difference of the whips? Or no, it was the producer of the show, and he had Harrison Ford on. Harrison Ford was talking about the whip and everything, and he asked which whip he used, and he's like, Harrison Ford looks at him, he's like, "Who gives a now?" It was like he was full of hate. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh, you got the whip! Whoa. The gun holster. Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, and that's the real thing too. That's a 1915. It's a World War I gun holster, and it's the real deal. It's not reproduction.
Nice. Man.
Yeah, I was pathetic when I spent all my money on a costume. It's sad.
You
Took my dad's old work hat.
work hat?
Yeah, that's
Larry's
the
a
hat
man who wears
he
a lot of
uses when he
hats.
goes to work.
Wow.
Well, there. I mean, it's got my dad's. He's passed away now. Stains and all that. We raised cattle when I was a kid. He was the major of the fire department of Oklahoma City. So it was chief, and then my dad.
Oh, so you just went home when you went to Oklahoma?
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It must
and
be
I brought
nice having it back.
my tiny Chinese wife and my 15-month-old baby who's asleep in the other room.
Oh.
So,
is it a culture shock for her?
Yes.
No, it's just like Asia.
When I was in Indonesia, I would I'd go to a party or something or get together, and I would talk and be open. Yeah, this is what I do. What do you do? And you just be friendly chatting and all that. And after that, we went home. She goes, "Why are you telling them everything? You shouldn't tell them everything. They might know some of the people that you work with, and then they'll have something on you. But that's normal here,
Yeah.
That's a total cultural. I guess it's a trust issue, a cultural trust issue.
Well, yeah, people generally don't keep files on each other here.
Yeah.
Unless you're
at least they didn't used to.
Yeah. We are adopting the.
Well, it's funny. If you are openly supportive of communism, they have a little thing called the death penalty for you.
What?
Here, it's called a promotion.
It's called Congress.
Yep. So anyway, so who's who here? I know who Mike is. I don't know who anybody else is.
All right, we'll start with Herman for no particular reason.
I write books.
All right, now
that's awesome.
We'll go to Amy.
It's no surprise that you don't know me because nobody else does either.
Not yet. He's great.
Kind of look like your icon looks like a cross between Oscar the Grouch and Snuffleupagus.
Yes, they call in certain circles that called writing circles. They call me the Hedge. It's a long.
Now I can see it. Now I can see it.
Long,
you got to realize that the icon is only this big. So
yeah. Go ahead, Amy.
And who's Amy?
Hi. Well, yeah, my name's Amy. I'm here with my sister Melissa.
Hello.
We're game developers. I do most of the art and a lot of the writing for our games. And my sister's like a really great programmer who's taking up like animation. So she's learning and growing her artistic skills too. Because
I'm honored to meet you.
Hold on, come here, honey. Come here. There's my wife.
Nice being
You're on YouTube.
Nice being
Yes. My wife. See, my wife's gonna make me iced tea. Isn't that nice? All right. So after Amy, it's Melissa.
Melissa.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I'm. Oh goodness. I'm Melissa. I'm the programming team for our in our little
You don't
studio.
sound confident. I'm not sure if I believe you.
Hi. Yeah. Oh goodness.
We're trying to get her out of her shell a little. She's really.
What kind of games?
Well, our first game we got out on Steam a little while back.
Cool.
Yeah. It's called Artisan Going Home Again, and it's kind of a casual game. It's a cross between a visual novel and some would say like a stat building like RPG game. So it's 2D. Amy did those character animations. I mean, we're kind of an indie studio, so it's like small, but it has like you in this little, you travel around within a story, this little town, and your character, you play an artist who's trying to establish her career, and
the friends and adventures she has along the way.
Yeah, how she finds herself, or based on the choices you make, what happens to her career and what choices and how her life kind of ends up after.
Oh, it's got a little bit of that choose your own adventure element.
Yes, that's it.
Those are fun, right?
So I'm guessing that some of you were probably a part of or have been descendants of the Satanic Panic.
Oh, you were one who thought that video games were of the devil?
That would be correct. And Tom Hanks was crazy.
Oh,
Mike knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Monsters or something?
Tunnels and Trolls.
Yeah.
Is that what it was called? Yeah.
That's the movie I think it was.
Yeah. But finally,
So I gotta find a D&D group and get involved again, maybe a little bit.
All right, next up we got Jerkmonger.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm a graphic designer, illustrator. I do also comic book stuff like Mike. I've been learning from Mike. Mike's my less than humble teacher.
Be careful.
How dare you?
And he's
I'm
also
the humblest man you'll ever meet.
and Elliot's also a hand model.
Awesome.
It's true. I'm sitting here. I'm working on my lettering my comic book right now. So, because I don't know anything about Blazing Saddles, and whatever I know, I learned a long time ago from memes. That's all I got.
I'm not a big Mel Brooks fan. The only movie he's done that I really like was Young Frankenstein. So
that's a good one.
Really? You didn't like History of the World?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I didn't particularly like Spaceballs. It's nothing personal.
I didn't particularly like Spaceballs either, but History of the World, Young Frankenstein, and Blazing Saddles are his three greatest works.
Young Frankenstein, I think, is the funniest. Bit of trivia. Since Young Frankenstein was really based on the son of Frankenstein, which was the star of which was Basil Rathbone, had a little boy in the movie. And that little boy don't cheat. That little boy provided a voice for an animated character. Do any of you know who that character is? Any guesses? Anybody?
No.
Now, when you go back, if you watch the movie and you hear that little boy, you cannot unhear this. He's Bambi.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So Basil Rathbone apparently has a kid that's from America. It's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So,
that's so cool.
He's still alive too, I believe. I think he's still alive.
So when was this? Oh, so that movie, it must have been this the ones Young Frankenstein was based after. So if he did the voice of Bambi too, then it must have been filmed pretty close to each other. Do you film animation?
No. Young Frankenstein was an homage to Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah. Son of Frankenstein.
Yeah, comic version of it. But it had a lot of art direction similarities to it.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I didn't know that about the Bambi connection.
Thank you, honey.
I made my own iced tea. Thank you very much.
Yes, but yours was not made by a cute Chinese woman.
No, it was made by a cute Japanese man.
Wow.
You're not scoring any points here, Mike.
Yeah,
all right. Next up,
my wife's a professional tea maker, okay?
Kevin Sharp.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Larry.
Nice to meet you.
Digitally.
So, Kevin, tell me about yourself.
I'm a former Marvel and DC artist. Been doing comics for about almost 30 years now.
Oh, nice.
And that's pretty much all there is really to me. I used to play guitar until that's the only other hobbies I have other than drawing.
Music and art.
Wait. Drawing is your hobby?
Well, sort of. I mean, there really is. Drawing takes up all my time, so that's.
Well, I hope you're making money at it too.
Well,
he's done some comic books. You're being humble. You're being
humble. Then what you mean is he's made no money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Exactly.
But his name is on a comic
lost-
book, so
He's lost money.
therefore he is famous. That and being a Chippendales dancer.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Benny.
Hilarious. Well, one of these days when I get my studio set up again in probably 4 weeks, if you want to do another one, Mike can help me get set up. I've got my camera and all that stuff. Maybe I can draw something pathetic. Because I've been directing animation so long, I have to learn how to draw again.
Oh no, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Well, we pretty much do some version of this show every week. So what we've been doing is these story time nights where we just sort of out of the gate just come up with some crazy story idea, oftentimes starring Dean Cain for some reason.
Oftentimes.
But
Wait
this
a
time,
minute.
because
If you're gonna have Dean Cain in it, you have to have Kevin Sorbo. What's the deal?
We had Kevin Sorbo on one of them, right?
He's been in something, right?
Well, we
Yeah,
you know,
trained in Japan.
we do have Steven Seagal, which is close.
Yeah. But so this time, actually, Dean Cain is in this one as the what is he, the mayor or something?
No, not the mayor, the governor.
He's the governor?
Yeah.
Who's the voice of the wolf in Disney's Robin Hood? I cannot think of his name.
The mayor, or was it the sheriff? I forget.
Is that the same? Yeah, he's a sheriff. Is that the same guy that was? Is it the same guy that was Ed Haney and Mr. Douglas?
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Prince John wishes you a happy birthday too.
Oh man, that's a great impression.
That's a good impersonation.
That's good.
Isn't that the same guy that does the Wide World of Sports?
Melville Cooper.
No, that's Slim Pickens.
Wrong one.
Now, see, I met him, and I cannot think of his name. I know who it is. Yeah, run for fun. What kind of fun? What the hell kind of fun is that?
That was in Back to the Future. Yep.
Oh, he's so cool. Oh, I love him.
Was he a cool guy? Did you enjoy getting to talk to him?
He's in Green Acres, wasn't he?
The person that I was talking to was kind of his boss in the sense that he was the comic relief of a certain Western star who's famous for singing one of the two most famous Christmas songs ever. And I met him, and he's passed away now too. But he was one of the singing cowboys.
Nice.
So guess what? You got to guess what song.
Let's see. He's a singing cowboy.
Mhm.
And it's a famous Christmas song.
Yeah, I would say one. If you think of if there's 4 Christmas songs, you're probably going to come up with that one as one of those 4.
Oh.
All
Was the
right.
guy's name Maxwell Emmett Buttram?
Yes, Pat Buttram. That's it.
Thank
Pat
you,
Buttram.
Wikipedia.
Nice to meet you, Larry. How are you doing? Man, that dude was tall. He was so tall.
Yes.
And the funny thing is his good friend, who was the singing hero cowboy, was at least 7 or 8 inches shorter than he was. So you know that in the movies they put him on a box, and they probably had Pat Buttram kind of squat down. Okay, any guesses on the cowboy and the song he sung? Don't cheat.
Last up, we have Matt.
Oh, come on. Nobody's going to guess. Sorry.
Buddy Murphy.
I'm drawing a blank, man.
Well, don't you know? Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Donner and Cupid and but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
God.
Gene Autry.
Gene Autry.
No, that's Rudolph.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. But Gene sung the song the first time. Okay, so Matt, tell me about. That's a nice rhyme, Matt.
That wasn't
I'm kind of
good
into that one.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my name's Matt Cawson. I'm working comic books. I started working in French comics for Humanoids Publishing.
Oh yeah.
First, and then I did like a cover for the Inkle. They did they did like a sequel to it or a prequel or whatever, the Young John the Fool, and then I did some work in animation. I did some work for Warner Brothers as a freelance storyboard artist.
Oh, very cool.
Episodes. And I was learning by the seat of my pants on that one. They go, "Do you know Storyboard Pro 5?" And oh yeah, I could do that. And I had to learn on YouTube while I was doing it.
Yeah.
So, but I got paid. I needed the money, and it was fun. And but I did that
And you
some
learned.
storyboards for Amazon Studios and different stuff. So
I still want to get my Skydoll comics translated so I can actually read them.
Skydoll. Oh
Skydoll.
yeah, man. There's so many.
Oh.
I still get emails from humanoids sending me like all their latest comics and stuff, and then I get a little royalty sum up of my graphic novel series, which makes zero, according to them, right? I don't know if they're doing. I wouldn't doubt that it's making nothing, but I always think that the movie studios, how they kind of like, you know, they overinflate what they're never making a profit on all these big movies, right? That make billions. So I think, well, I wonder if they do that, but I don't think they need to in my book. But anyway, I'm actually writing now too. I'm trying to. I want to work in film writing and making my own films too. So instead of quitting drawing, I want to do storyboarding my own stuff
Good.
and get to make.
Good.
I'm talking to some
Good.
people right now and some producers.
If you want to learn about and improve your filmmaking and your understanding of it, if I were in high school and college today, I could get a better overall view and understanding of filmmaking for free. Studio Binder on YouTube is amazing.
Studio Binder.
Studio Binder.
I'll write that
Have to look
down.
that up.
They are literally posting the best of the best of the best and what a shot is, how it works, how certain directors direct their movies and why they direct them that way. Acting, staging, lighting, storyboards, you name it, they talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks. I'm checking that out.
Aspect ratios, why shoot in widescreen, why shoot in 16:9.
Yeah, anytime I can get any information on that stuff, I devour like YouTube videos, books. One of my books I got earlier was Making Movies, John Russo, and they interview all the well, now they're considered old school, like, you know, like directors and everything, right? But I'm gonna check that out then. So it's Studio Binder. Have you ever heard of? Was it it's a show where they interview different filmmakers, indie filmmakers and stuff, and it's kind of cool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Rebel
Yeah.
or no? Is Rebel or I can't remember what it's called now. It's
Are you talking about Film Threat?
Film Threat. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
It's Film Threat, right?
Yeah. I just stumbled
yeah.
across that, and I got addicted to that because it's just they're telling you raw like everything they're doing with trying to make their own movies, and it's kind of cool getting some insight on, especially indie guys starting out, right?
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll all work on something, and Mike can provide catering.
He's so good at cooking, but he's also
He makes
really
a
good
great
at drawing.
steak
But
and
oh
beef
my gosh,
jerky.
his recipes come out amazing. Everything that I've seen.
Given Mike's carnivore diet, better be prepared for meat sweats.
I've never learned how to draw anatomy like that. It's a mystery to me. I have like 2 or 3 good anatomical drawings, and that's it. You know, Bernie Wrightson did some development for me many years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, Bernie.
And I told him, man, I really love your work. And he goes, really? You like my work? I was like, are you kidding? He's the second artist that kind of reacted that way. The other one was Brian Froud. He's like, you really like my fairy stuff? Yeah, I love it. You like my drawings? Yeah, yes, I like your drawings.
Oh man, Brian Froud's great, man. I love his books, and I listened to him in an interview. Well, that was not an interview. He did a panel at a San Diego Comic-Con with his son, and his son was the one who played the baby in Labyrinth.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yep.
He bragged how he peed on David Bowie's lap.
That age.
Yeah, Brian
It
Froud.
was the highlight of his life.
Yeah, he was pretty proud of that thing.
Yeah, when I met Brian Froud, it had to have been. I'm going to guess that it was 25 years ago, something like that. And Bernie actually came. We had life drawing at my studio when I had my studio, and Bernie actually would come and draw with us. It was pretty cool.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
That's great stories right there to have.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out what Jerkmonger has on his screen.
Wait, no.
Oops.
That's Matt Cosson, dude.
Look, you shut your noise,
Mike's
you.
still learning too.
Coming in
Oh, nice.
balloons.
Oh, I like
This
that.
is his Blazing Saddles 2 version of Doom Kicker.
Modern update.
That's what it is.
Hey, what is the deal, man? We're not concentrating on the story here.
Oh,
I'm doing my best.
Can't.
But we're having a nice time catching Larry and learning about some new stuff. This has been a lot of fun.
let's see.
I feel like our story's coming along pretty well, though. We've got like a group that he's trying to help, and like some hidden treasure and political intrigue. So how do we know when it's resolved?
Nice staging.
We need an inciting incident.
Okay.
Nice staging. Whose is this? Whose work is this?
This is my work, Jerkmonger.
Nice staging.
Thank you very much.
Now you're supposed to go, really?
You like my staging? Thank you so much, Larry. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not. My mom didn't name me Jerkmonger. That's just the name I picked for myself.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually Elliot Fernandez.
Gotcha.
But
I'm obviously, because I'm still not unpacked. If you want to see some of the work my buddy and I are doing, I should say buddies, because it's mainly three of us. Go to paranormalityworld.com. Paranormalityworld.com.
That's awesome.
So
is this a project you're working on now?
Yeah, it's an IP. It's our project. We've been busting our butts on it for a long time. I think it's extremely marketable, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, that looks great.
Exciting.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're developing a game on Steam, but we want to choose your own adventure, but we don't know who to. No.
We can help out with that. We're working on doing I know, joking, but it's just talking about games, and it's just kind of I'm excited because we're working on a cross-platform, so we can start developing on some of the home consoles too. It's just hard not to automatically go back to I think game development's fun.
Oh, the Luke's universal in here.
Shoot me an email. I want to see what your game is, what it looks like, and all that.
Oh, of course. Let's see. Is there email on your website? Can I find it?
No, I'll give it's LarryMovies@gmail.com.
LarryMovies@gmail.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope there's not a lot of other people on this stream.
No, that was it.
Just another 34.
Great. Random emails.
Oh, you mean watching?
Yeah.
Not many.
Okay.
I don't have a big channel. We just do this to hang out.
Yeah. Well, it's important.
I'm not trying to be a YouTuber.
Oh.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So what's your view on AI, commercial art, and film?
Like AI
in regards and how they're going to try to incorporate it.
All right, Ellie, you start.
My opinion is very it's complicated.
Yeah. Whenever you have new technology, right?
I'm not excited about it. But I also don't know enough about it to know how to integrate it into a proper workflow. That's the only problem. I
It's
understand the idea of
it's changing and it's very malleable right now. I can tell you that I've used it in just playing around on Midjourney. I would take a drawing that I did and another drawing, and I would kind of center a face with maybe another character's face, and then I would use a tool called Blend, and it came up with some interesting things.
Oh, that's cool. So using it to develop like a stylistic approach or just some design elements, or see if you can like use it for like a finishing, like
It kind of like, what would you do if you, I want to know, Mr. Computer or Miss Computer, I don't know if they have a gender, or them computer.
Computers are they thems.
What would be your interpretation of blending these two pieces of artwork? The most interesting thing that it's done that I think is better than others is when you do an environment. So if I have an environment that I like, something that I've drawn, or something that someone else has drawn, and then I blend it with something else, like another environment, and I center the elements. Like if it's a house, you kind of center the elements, and it's pretty interesting. And if you use it as a tool for inspiration, I think that's okay. If you're just using it to rip it off and turn it into a comic book, that's a little unethical, in my opinion.
Right.
Is that the word you're looking for?
I've seen people use like AI, and I think they put it in some of like Photoshop and some of the programs. And like people, it'll be like you're doing a painting, and you're like, okay, so you've got your painting, and you're doing some stuff, and you've got the character, and you've started doing some of the environment, and you're kind of like, okay, here's all my empty space, and then you kind of circle some of what you're going for. This is the space I want to fill, and then you type in something like city or something like that, like busy city or something like that, and then it seems to like analyze the work, and then it takes what's there and goes bloop and kind of finishes.
That's what that's what's happening with Photoshop. Let's say you paint a castle, and you've done all the art direction in blues. Well, rather than dialing the colors and making them pinks, you can tell it, make it sunset. I got some amazing stuff on there and blended some things. I had a storyboard panel that I had to create, and I had all these separate elements. I had a girl running toward camera, and I had wolves, and so I plunked them in there, and there were some trees that were in the way. So I was like, oh, I need to clean that up. So I would circle it, and then and then the AI prompt, I would say remove tree, and it did a fantastic job. I didn't have to sit there and paint it out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Painting over can take a while. I mean, that's kind of nifty, right? And I mean, you're using your own art. You're just speeding it along a little. And I think that's, I like the idea of that. So that can be, especially when you're just trying, especially when you're working on ideas, because you're just trying to get those kind of moving and going. And like sometimes the spontaneity of it can bring a lot of inspiration.
Wow.
But maybe be easier to read because my sketches can be loose.
The interesting thing, one of my friends that I'm working with on Paranormality has said, well, let me go back. When I was working at Warner Brothers Features, I had worked on Space Jam, and we were doing Quest for Camelot, which was an awful movie. It had some good elements, but it should have been a good movie, and it wasn't. It killed Warner Brothers Feature Animation.
Oh dear.
But my youngest at the time hadn't been born yet. I got a job offer from Disney to go work on Mighty Joe Young. And so I went to the top exec at Warner Features, and I said, can you let me out of my contract? And here's why. And he said, oh, I totally understand. Don't talk to a bunch of people about this, but I'd love to have you back. We're going to let you move out of the contract. He was like, I totally get it.
Right.
So I moved into doing CGI, and a lot of my friends were like, no, CGI, you shouldn't do that. It'll never capture the life of hand-drawn animation. Well, 90% of those people weren't in hand-drawn animation anymore within about 10 years.
Right.
So
I mean, yeah.
you got to
It's
adapt.
Yeah, absolutely. New technology. And what gave hand-drawn animation its heart were the artists who used it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not saying that there isn't something wonderful about pencils and paper, and that is true, and it's so cool to look through sequences and kind of flip through them, and that is its own special kind of magic, and I really do appreciate it.
And hand-drawn animation isn't dead.
Honestly, I would have been one of those guys back then, because I remember when like Beauty and the Beast came out and like the freaking carriage rolled down the streets and it was CG, and I'm like, no, draw the carriage, you lazy bastards.
Well, in my opinion, what they should have done is used that. Okay, so I worked on Fern Gully, and we had some CGI elements, like when Zach, I think his name was Zach, the character Zach, was surfing on a leaf. Well, the leaf was digital, and so that they could get the twisting and turning of the leaf as a guide. But that didn't mean you had to be completely and totally tied to it, but it was a tool.
Right.
So we drew over it, right? So using it in that way for 2D, I hate the word 2D, for hand-drawn animation, no problem. But one of the guys that's involved with Paranormality has said, I don't like the idea. As soon as you start getting involved with that, Larry, you're feeding the beast. But that sounds a lot like my friends who were saying, I'll never get involved with CGI animation, who ended up out of the industry.
Yeah.
Some of them adapted. Don't get me wrong. Many of them adapted. But a lot of the secondary artists and I'd say probably 25% of the animators, they just disappeared.
I forgot to put Lily Von Stoop in here.
Okay, I got a question. Why is it that the animation for like Lord of the Rings and CGI was not as advanced as it is now? Why is that so good and the CGI animation nowadays so awful?
Care.
Yeah. It's the heart of the artist working on it, right?
Love, care. Well, there's a lot of good CG. There's still good CGI today, but it's expensive. They've got way too many digital shots. Weta was a force to be reckoned with at the time. It was the only studio that really was giving Lucasfilm a run for their money.
Oh yeah.
But you had a lot of artists who loved what they did. Who was it? I can't remember. Was it Murin? I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. The art. I can't think of his name. Oscar.
Dennis Murin?
I believe that's who it was. If I'm not mistaken, he did and was involved with the Go Motion on Dragon Slayer. And so I don't know how they did it. I don't understand fully how they did it, but they basically had these little rods and hooked to machines. I don't understand how they did it. And it would actually move the character while the frame was being shot. And that's why it looked real. It had motion blur.
Yeah, motion blurring.
Wow,
I remember that.
cool. Yeah,
You can see it if you look real close. You can see it. Dragon Slayer is one of my favorite movies, and if you look close, you can actually see the stop animation. But if you're not looking closely, you can't tell. It looks real.
I've never seen anything like it. When I was a kid and saw that in the theater, I was just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, and they were up for I think they were up for an Oscar on that too.
I bet.
Academy Award or something for that technology, and I think they got beat by, I forget what it was, but
I think did Dennis Murin work on what is it the Last Starfighter too, like the CG on that, or I think he wasn't he, or no, maybe it was Star Wars.
Now, if I'm correct on all this, he was going to be supervising and leading all the dinosaur animation in Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And then he saw a computer test of velociraptors, and he said, we're not going to do this with models. He realized we're doing it with computers. You just couldn't. Nobody had ever seen anything like that. Now you get away with a lot of things in Jurassic Park because no one's ever seen a living dinosaur.
Sure.
So it's got a lot of forgiveness to it, and the practical effects were amazing in that. The stuff that Stan Winston's studio did was amazing.
There were some beautiful effects.
Well, that's the other thing I think is missing too, is that it's almost like they've given up on practical effects and they've gone straight to
That's the problem.
CGI everything, and it.
Well, there's a new element. There's what's called the uncanny valley for years, where you couldn't get it to look right, but you look at something like the Iron Man movies and the Spider-Man movies. Yes, there were some bad shots in the first one that Sam Raimi did, but after that, I thought they were fantastic. And that was the learning curve and the care and getting over the uncanny valley. What I think is interesting now is they're using instead of a green screen, they're using LED sets, so the actor can see the monster, even though they may not be finished yet, or whatever it is in front of them, and can react to it. So now you're getting, so you don't have that Bob Hoskins Roger Rabbit where he's trying to fake where the rabbit's eyes are. You can actually look. There's the monster. I'm looking at it, and it has more of a connection to the actor.
Yeah, they do it to the backgrounds now, don't they? With a lot of the scenes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, wow. Like, I think Mando, they did Mandalorian, I think. But they do it outside. It looks like it's outside in the desert, and it's just a giant screen behind them.
The Mandalorian, they were doing it on the Mandalorian.
Yeah. It looked great. I was surprised how good it looked.
It's neat. And a lot of the animation is like real time, so you can do those changes, and you could even have like the models react to the actors if you have the camera set up right. I know they do that for some VR. So.
Hey, Mike, do you watch Disney Plus much?
Not a lot, but I've seen some stuff.
Do you have a subscription?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike. I used to have a subscription. I no longer have one. Anyway, so I've never seen The Mandalorian.
You're not missing much.
Yeah. Well, I heard the first season's really good.
Yeah. No. There's like 3 good episodes in the first season.
It's probably one of the better Star Wars series, I think, because man, that Boba Fett, that should have been epic, and that was horrible. The Boba Fett was
like garbage.
It was like watered down Mandalorian,
Ooh.
Well, I will say this without being too pointed because I don't know all the details. A friend of mine sat on my board when I had my studio, an older gentleman named Howard Kazanjian. He produced Raiders of the Lost Ark with George Lucas. He also produced Return of the Jedi with George Lucas.
Wow.
I asked him.
Do you want to pick that up? I think you dropped a couple names there.
Who? Well, no, here's my point. Howard Kazanjian. So I was over at Howard's house and we were talking because I was like, I don't know what to do, Howard. I'm having trouble at the studio, just getting advice. And at some point I said, Kathleen Kennedy, did you enjoy that? And he said, well, if we went to a party and she was there, we would be cordial. And that's it.
Wait, who?
Kathleen. Okay. Wait. Is it Kathleen Kennedy? I think that's who it is. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah.
She works in the film industry.
Not really. She destroys the film industry.
Well, theoretically.
Like a wrecking ball.
So not looking for any work with her.
That would be correct. Nor was Spielberg. When he pulled out, there's a reason he got out of that, because what he wanted to do is have Short Round in it, and he really wanted to get the flavor back for Indiana Jones, and the executive powers that be, Captain Kennedy, didn't want to go that direction. So
they didn't want to make it.
So then you got the biggest flop in the film industry ever.
Let's not listen to the film legend. Let's go our own direction. Yeah,
exactly. Don't please the fans. The fans are the problem.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. They're not going to see the movies. That's our problem.
We can fix that. We'll just add a couple more explosions, and they'll be glued to the screen.
Make it gay.
It's like, and he won an Oscar too, like not too shortly, right? I mean, was it before or after that? Yeah, the Short Round. The actor won an Oscar for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for that awesome movie that you hated, Matt.
Yeah.
They were supposed to. In the script that he was in, at the end of the movie, Indy and he were supposed to fly off together in a plane into the sunset, and that was going to be the end.
Oh, that would have been epic, man.
Yeah.
How come there's so many failed, missed moments they could have done with that Star Wars? I mean, the original cast together.
Probably, I would say executive producers who never were passionate about making movies, and when they were given the opportunity, they didn't have any sense of what their audience wanted, and never had the passion that other people have for their movies. And so when you're just watching the pennies and being the heavy hand, and you're not really the movie maker, and then you are handpicked by George Lucas, handpicked by someone to run another studio, Lucasfilm, and you ruin everything that you touch, there's a problem. But you apparently must have a file folder filled with photographs and recordings, because I don't get it. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Right. How can people keep doing that? I mean, at some point you have to go, hey, people aren't enjoying these. Maybe we should make something else.
Well,
I don't get it.
It seems like
and we've got one more person joining the fray.
Yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Hello, Nolan. No, Matt never showed up.
Hello.
Nolan. Christopher?
No, the fatter one.
No.
The animator.
You sounded like I deflated you a little there. I was just kidding. I didn't mean.
Nah, it's okay. Most people get excited about other people than me.
Why won't people be excited to see Panda?
It's okay.
Awesome.
So I was listening to a little bit about the AI stuff and the stuff after that, and I think that you have some good points.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's not going to do everything. When the point comes where it can do everything, and it can talk to itself and come up with ideas, and an executive can say, do this, there's going to be a lot worse problems going on in the world than what it's going to do to the movie industry.
Why am I so big on this screen? I know I'm fat and sassy, but
because you're making your introductions. Say who you are.
This is your intro, man. You gotta tell them who you are.
My name is Panda. Well, the official name is Nolan Lee, and this is my punching panda. So this is my bread and butter. And
did your mom name you fat and sassy too?
Check out paranormalityworld.com. Hey, we're supposed to get the store online in the next 5 or 6 business days. If any of you would like to buy a shirt or something, it would help us solidify the trademark. But this is not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you what we're trying to do. The last kind of hurdle we're trying to. If you guys are doing something and there's something I can do to help or want to collaborate, just let me know.
Sounds cool. And
okay,
you just when the website's up, you just order it off of the website, and then that'll.
Yeah.
Okay.
The website's up, but the shop button isn't live. Even though you can look at a mock-up with pretend random numbers. That's not how expensive the merchandise is going to be, but you'll get the idea.
Great.
Did you already file for the trademark, or did
Yes.
you?
Yes, and we're down to the last few weeks. If I don't get proof of sales, I will lose the trademark. So,
Okay.
when you work with someone, you're like, yeah, we can get this done. It's September. We get this done 3 weeks. No, September, and then it's October. No, almost done, and it's November. Oh, had a glitch. It's now we're there. December, January, February.
I think that if you just show that you're listing, I don't know if you need proof of. They say you need proof of sale.
Yeah. The trademark office isn't doing what they used to do. It makes me. It's disgusting. So
I never had to at least show the receipts or anything. But
I've got to have a working online store or a page. But hopefully we're going to figure this out. We better figure this out very soon.
Boy, how did they let people get these trademarks before there was the internet?
They didn't used to have to have sales, and the trademark office changed the rules. Well, if I want to trademark something, why wouldn't I want to trademark it before I sell? It doesn't make any sense.
Because you don't want to do all of that development time in advance, and then hopefully it all comes together, and then because some things take a while to build. So yeah, you don't want to be able to get that taken care of beforehand. That makes sense.
Right.
Now, can you maybe put up a little like a PayPal store or something, just really basic that would just let you?
That's what we're trying to do. That's not. I don't know how to do that stuff. So I'm trying to get down to the last. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of under the gun.
I have a friend who does a lot of stuff with this. He did a lot of sales management and things like that for all kinds of stores and businesses. He might know something. I can talk to him about it. And you're just trying to get a store working?
That'd be great as a backup. That would be awesome, because if something doesn't go right in the next 3 business days, I don't want to get screwed by losing that trademark.
I just bought a mug.
You got it working?
But
I bought a mug.
But
you did?
But how? Because the shopping site isn't live. You can't literally buy a mug.
Paranormal Moon Design insulated travel mug quantity 1.
But did it go to? You were able to check out?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Now I have to go get one made. We're doing them made to order. We've got a print shop in Arizona that does really good work. So
okay, well, I can wait. It's not a big deal. But
don't say that. Don't say no.
I've given you your sale.
Made to order. No problem. Anyway, I'm going to work the bugs out. God willing, and get this thing to work. So I got to jump off. It's 11:20 my time. I want to go check on my wife and baby, and I'll do this again at some point. And actually, Michael fly out here to Oklahoma and help me get set up.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I wasn't. What? Wow, I'm not feeling the love tonight, Mike. I was just in LA a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by. I don't feel the love either.
Well, just like you, I had a feeling that this was the real Mike, so I didn't want to dash my. Much like when I met Ron Perlman, I didn't want to dash the original image I had of Mike by physically meeting him, and now I know that it was the right decision. But I wasn't there for very long, and I was very sick.
Oh.
If I hadn't been sick, we were going to do a lot of things we didn't get to do.
Proof over from
Let's just put it this way. When you travel internationally with people from all over the world and you haven't been to the West, that there are new viruses here. We bring new viruses, and then we get viruses that are new to us. And so all of us were sick the first 2 weeks we were here. I literally got to LA. We went to the Natural History Museum, and then I was sick for the rest of the trip. So anyway,
well, serves you right for not coming by.
I will next time. I'm going to come out to LA again to see my best friend Bill, and if I get a few minutes, and I'm near,
not to see Mike, but to see his best friend Bill.
I'll come by in my new Mustang. You got to give me your address, and I'll give you a quick high five or something like that.
I'll drive by and honk the horn.
Wait, is that Larry? Is that Larry? That wasn't exactly a high five. That was more like a high one.
Higher than one, yeah.
That's a California howdy.
Somebody just egged my house from a Mustang.
Exactly.
Strangest thing.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Nice meeting you, man.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Well, if anybody wants to connect, LarryMovies@gmail.com.
LarryMovies@gmail.com.
Yep.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Nice meeting ya.
Good night.
Ciao.
Later.
Aw, that's
No, he's not
awesome.
French.
Is it Italian?
Oh, yeah.
Ciao.
Take that.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Larry's still, he's like
Buongiorno.
frozen. I don't think he closed his.
He's stuck in the metaverse now. That's his clone.
Share stream.
Kick
Share
him.
stream.
Wait, what's the thing is called? Paranormality. What?
Paranormality.
Like it's two words?
Paranormalityworld.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
world.
just put it in the chat.
People buy stickers.
Yeah, it's already in
or
the chat.
stickers.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, Jeff. I got to get it. Okay.
Yeah, Mike, I thought you only knew like a couple of cool guys like us. You know more than I thought.
Yeah, well, they don't all just want to come on the show. Yeah, and he's been in like what, Malaysia or something like that since I've known him, and so it's like the times would never work out for him to come on. I just
Oh, he
talked
was
to
in
him
Malaysia.
on the
That's where he
phone.
was, Malaysia.
Be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
For a second, I thought he was talking about China, but he was in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when he said about communism, that's when I was like, he can't be in China. He's talking about the death penalty for supporting communism.
Yeah, I definitely think this piece was a little ambitious for a 2-hour drawing stream.
Well, you're saying he's
Yeah. Did we though?
I may just convert it to gray.
Fun.
You see it, Elliot?
What's that?
Have you seen mine?
Yeah. That's
Little
good.
ambitious.
Well, I've seen you do more faster. Slacker.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. Mike
What?
likes to show off sometimes.
I'm just. He would have said the same to me. I know it.
I think he has.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. He called me earlier and said, "Hey, slacker," and I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah, that was an amazing coincidence. I called him right when he stopped his nap.
Yeah.
This was uncanny timing.
It's done. Something's coming. Well, that's pretty cool to have your first boss be Spielberg. It's not a bad thing to have on your resume.
Yeah, until you find out he was on Epstein's Island.
I wouldn't mention that part.
Kind of loses the shine comes off the. Well, do we have a story here, or are we just?
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I feel like we've heard some elements. Now, we're talking about the inciting incident. So we know roughly kind of like what's going on. There's a claim and there's like a treasure that's being hidden somewhere or some kind of a secret. So they found out about the secret, and I'm guessing now does the bad guy know about it too? So is it kind of like a race to find this thing, or is he trying to keep them from
Well, yeah, the bad guy would have to find out about it somehow.
Right. So, So then there's if the bad guy knows about it, and what is it? So I think we were talking about like maybe they're like you're talking about like they were disappearing in the mines and they thought, oh, they were all dying in the mines, and they're kind of like they go to the mines and there's no real damage there, and they're kind of like, well, what's going on here? Clearly nobody's been hurt, which is great, but the people
and then
are
they're attacked by zombies.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's a possibility.
Okay, instead of zombies, what if there's a supposed, what if part of the plan to affect the people they're using like ghosts to scare them, but it's not really ghosts, like a Scooby-Doo mystery. There's actually
yeah.
So that you get your zombies. You get your zombies, but they're actually just like props, or they're just trying to like scare them into, based on some quote unquote superstitions.
Yeah, and you could have some really over the top, like scared reactions, like and it could just be like ridiculous, and then it could be like funny. So I think
we sure got them. It's kind of like what happened in
yep, just like that. And then they could be like, "We're gonna get them back," and try and scare them even more. So that could be.
It's like in Sleepy Hollow when the guy was pretending to be the headless horseman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something like that.
What was that?
So that could be a lot of fun.
Mike, when we're done, I gotta ask you a question.
Are we doing a straw poll tonight?
Sure.
Okay. Because it's already done.
Oh, okay, awesome. Then we're definitely doing one.
You didn't put Larry on there, did you?
No, but I did put Nolan.
Oh, okay.
You think Larry won?
Larry. I don't think he'll have a very hard time doing a drawing.
I think you won, Elliot. Honestly.
Who won?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
With my Doom Kicker?
Your Doom Kicker adaptation to the Blazing Saddles 2. Hey, it's
genius.
I do have to ask you guys questions later on about this what I'm doing. I mean, Matt Costin has an idea.
Exciting.
What was that?
You just spin in
I'll ask later.
Since when do you care about Matt Costin's opinion?
I don't.
Oh, Nolan.
Just kidding.
Nolan's asking the hard questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking.
Don't give that a lip service.
Don't be like that, Nolan. Don't be like that.
You pretend to extend an olive branch and then you whack him in the face.
Take that.
My face with it.
Take that. Whoosh. And that. Whoosh.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out because we're trying to figure out the structure of the story. Then we start adding in the comedy bits in between it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Got to figure out that important theme, and then.
Yeah, if there's certain themes that are conducive to comedy, like Scooby-Doo, like hidden ghosts and stuff like that, then that could be a thing to take into consideration. Maybe do we need to have like a counterfeit, like they're making counterfeit money or bills, or like maybe they've got fake gold down there, so they're trying to make people think that there's maybe like they want the land, but if they can pretend there's gold there, they can just claim it for free. That would be. But if there's no gold,
well, no, because you can make a claim for free. You don't have to do any. You don't have to have gold. You just say, "I want this area."
Okay. So you didn't have to have proof that there was gold on it first. You could just say, "I want this land."
But maybe they think that the other guys have gold, and they use the ghost zombie thing to scare them off their land. But it's just them doing.
You know, I can't do the thing from Scooby Doo, but you know,
I'm just saying.
Good job.
Excellent.
I know I'm late to the conversation, but we're still talking about Dean Cain, right?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh! Does Dean Cain have a mask then? Like, is he actually somebody else, or does?
And you don't know it's him the whole movie?
And you don't know it's him
Dean
the whole
Cain is
movie?
under the mask.
Okay, so then someone's pretending to be Dean Cain, or Dean Cain's pretending to be someone else.
No. It's just like Scooby Doo, where it's like you know the bad guy, right?
Okay.
It's just he has to get unmasked.
So maybe he's pretending to be the ghost or the zombie monster or something from the cave that's scaring everybody. Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's got to have a mask. So it's not like he has a ghost mask. You take the mask off, it's a ghost, and he's Dean Cain. It's a Dean Cain mask.
Right. And so, like, because he's got to convince people that he's turning people into zombies, what he does is he kills them and then he wears their skin.
Wow. This is going a different direction altogether.
Yeah.
Well,
this is the Silence of the Lambs.
I feel like that's taking a bit of a
Hey,
sideways.
is that Joe? I thought Joe went down into the mount. He looks like he's dead.
I was just trying to help Jeff with his zombies. No?
Well, I mean, if you had a bunch of zombie masks laying around,
I appreciate your help.
Maybe.
I think it's an insurmountable obstacle with Mike.
What?
Yeah, I don't think he's feeling it.
He and his anti-zombie bias.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, sorta.
So we're gonna do the drawings because it is like 12:30. Well, was it 10:30 your time?
Wait, what are you saying?
Aren't we supposed to do like the straw poll and all that?
Yeah. Is everybody close enough to done? Because I don't even know what time we started drawing.
Yeah, I'm a little.
I think you guys definitely won.
drawing. I'm enjoying myself. So if anybody wants some more time, I'm okay with that. But
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this anyway. So,
Michael, why do you sound so down?
because I like the idea of it,
it's coming along great.
I just got other stuff I need to work on when I'm not working on this. I'm writing a really cool story, right, Elliot?
Yes, you are, my friend.
For who?
Heck yeah.
For who? For you?
Mm-hmm.
Not for me.
Huzzah.
So it has something to do with Lone Star?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know.
Maybe not. That's
Maybe.
for me to know.
Not
For you to
saying
find
anything.
out. Although Elliot knows, but he's not going to tell you.
I'm not saying anything.
Give you
There you go.
$5.
Hey, whoa.
I'll talk to you later.
Trying to bribe my friend.
I already bought it. I already bought a mug, and another $5 doesn't hurt me at all. I already bought a mug from a guy who didn't realize I could actually buy a mug from him.
Cool. Now they have to
That's
get the
how
mug.
good I am.
Yep.
Buying leaked story information for $5. That's a deal.
It is a deal.
You know,
And
since
I'm
it
just
is.
the man to take it.
Never mind.
What happened?
I was just thinking, my wife doesn't like me talking about my stories and stuff before, I'm like publishing them or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
I agree with him. I agree with her. You probably shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
But I'll get it out of Elliot somehow. Don't worry about it.
I like Hostess snack cakes.
Ooh.
That can be arranged.
I'm still chubby.
Carnivore.
Hostess meat pie.
Yeah, just put the snack cakes between two pieces of steak, and it'll count.
Mm-hmm.
It'll balance out. It'll
You
balance out.
just slide us that cake over. Like, I'm not saying how this got here, like that guy, like GOP guy in Arizona. What's it gonna take?
Exactly.
It's gonna take.
The one that was private in Kerry Lake.
Hey, Peter Chow. What's going on? We're drawing Blazing Saddles Part 2, starring Ryan Reynolds. What's her face? Kip.
Kat Dennings.
At Dave Chappelle and Dean Cain.
You could always
Although
do.
I'm still not sure what the story is, but that's fine.
I'm pretty sure there's a Guga Foods where they dry age the steak with snack cakes.
Oh, really?
I'm willing to bet that there is.
I saw the one where they dry aged one with the Kraft macaroni and cheese powder. That was pretty awesome.
That sounds gross.
He said it came out tasty, man. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
He did one with what was it? The what's that Mexican MSG, like the chili one?
Tajin?
Oh yeah.
Tajin. He said that tasted terrible.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that one.
He did one with hot sauce or something like that.
Yeah, all that acid is just gonna ruin it.
And they had Uncle Roger, and they did it with the chili jam.
Uncle Roger, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger.
Yes, exactly.
For ya.
Exactly. Hiya.
You
They see something where they dry aged it with, well, not this isn't Guga, but somewhere else. But they dry aged it in beeswax.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Do you have to melt it
That's
off?
a recent one, isn't it? I think that's a recent one.
Well, I saw this somewhere else. It wasn't on his. One of the recent ones he did is where he water aged it, which is basically put it in a bag into some cold water and aged it that way.
That
Like to the temperature of like a refrigerator or freezing?
Exactly. Close to freezing.
Interesting.
So it doesn't like rot.
It's Korean. It's Korean.
I can see some I seen that with like Russians. They would cook hamburgers and then put them in a jar and then basically just preserve it with like water. They put water in it, but yeah, like after
Russian helpers help your Russian burgers helper. I got lost there. I apologize. That was on the of a soldier. Sorry.
Yeah, in Russia, I think I'd probably starve to death. To be honest.
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe Tucker
These tribes
Carlson
we
would.
get used to.
Yeah.
Soviet Russia burger has you.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm just stupid. Anyway, go ahead.
I like it. I'm with you, Kev. I'm with you. I'll buy that for
All
$1.
right, it is 9:40. I'm just going to convert this to black and white. Yeah.
Good Chappelle.
What?
Kev's Chappelle is good.
Ah, thank you, sir.
Who's the other guy? Is that Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. The other guy. Who the other guy?
Yo, Ryan
Where
Reynolds.
that white guy at?
It's the old Ryan Reynolds trick.
Yes.
Cut and paste.
Missed it by that much.
Oh, you're doing great.
Hamburger helper helps your hamburger helper make a great meal. Sorry, I can't get out of my head now.
Oh no. Oh, that
You
was
must have ingested a lot of hamburger helper over the years.
Oh
No,
yeah.
actually, I did it.
All right, that's it. Ring up the. We're gonna check everybody out. Here's Kevin Sharps. We're gonna start with Kevin. Actually, you know what? Let me go along the way so I can not lose pace of who's shown anybody. Here's mine. Didn't get to finish, but close enough.
I gotta zoom in. This is crazy. I can't see yours very well on my screen.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yes.
It's
Very
very nice. It's
That's
very
neat.
nice.
So there has to be a bunch of like banditos on horses then in the movie at some
Yeah,
point.
because they're gonna go in a hooping and a hollering, raping every living thing in sight.
Okay. I guess they're sent in by Dean Cain to maybe find clues.
Oh yeah, no, they're under the sway of Dean Cain.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Dean's the boss.
Wait,
Three says best horseman in the business. 7 says good looking movie poster.
Yeah,
I didn't leave any room for a title treatment though.
Wait, who's the lady? It's supposed to be.
That's Kat Denning, Lily von Stupp.
Gotcha.
You couldn't tell?
No, the Kat Denning doesn't look too much like her. But
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Buy that for $1.
Ryan Reynolds, you can recognize, and the Chappelle's probably the best likeness.
It's nice. It's nice.
You didn't want to put Dylan
Not
Mulvaney.
thrilling, but nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Nice. Not thrilling, but nice.
All right. Next up, we've got Matt Cosson, who just drew Catwoman. And also who's muted, and also who's selling artwork tonight because he needs to get into a new apartment.
So exciting. Really happy for him.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm almost finished. I just got to do the background here. I'm gonna add in like the Gotham.
Is it going to be like a black color? I saw a thumbnail to look like, oh no, there's still a building in there. Oh, that's cool.
Now, if you had a mug, I'd buy one from you too.
A what?
If you had a mug, I'd buy one from you too.
Yep,
Oh,
Jeff knows all about how to do that.
You're a purveyor of fine mugs here at the.
I'm gonna have to definitely go
the Hunter household.
business.
A lot of coffee? Did you have one for every day of the week or
No, just water.
just water? Okay.
Just water.
That works too. You gotta put the water in something. You don't want to just stick your head under the faucet. That's no way to drink water.
I have an espresso machine for coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, fancy.
Well, I got it as a 5-year anniversary gift from my job. So
Really?
it's either that or a weed whacker, and I already got one of them.
Given the choice between the two of them, yeah, I think I'd go with the coffee machine.
Yeah,
too.
I wasn't gonna go with the diamond pendant, which actually wasn't a diamond. It was more zircon.
Guess you could have given. Oh, if it
And
wasn't a diamond, then you
It would have clashed with my my shirts.
Yeah, that was pretty clever, man. You did that in there, little something.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. If you're not like if you're a silver guy and it was in gold, then it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So,
I could have gotten some. I could have gotten some cubic zirconia earrings too, but.
So, do you think I should add the other end of the whip on the other side of her body, or just leave it on this side? Like it's kind of like almost like a tail, but
I would leave it like it is.
don't put this like little.
I actually think it looks good with that extra piece.
Kind
I
of
like the extra
I mean,
Yeah, because it looks like a tail or it's not a tail, and then you're gonna say, well, what is that? It's not even a thing.
so it could be like a tail, but then you're like, well, it's not
Could be a
tail.
whip. Could not be a whip. It's a mystery.
I'm saying I mean that. I think it looks better with the extra piece.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. Melissa.
All right.
Don't talk back.
No, gosh, that's blue, isn't it? Oh, what do I do? Okay.
I don't know. Is that
It's
like
fine.
the-
Just explain to us what's going on here.
Okay. From what I can understand the story, there's some kind of Chinese treasure that that Bart and the kid are supposed to find to kind of. It's like the driving force behind the story. This is supposed to be them looking inside the chest and kind of. If I was faster, I'm getting.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
So it's by a treasure chest, and that's the latch on it. Oh my gosh, I love his face. Look how nervous he is. He's like, and he's kind of like he's cool with it. He's like,
Yeah, he's interested, but he's kind of more excited by it. And
he's such a cool face.
I would add a little traditional light. There'd be like a lights in the big light in the box. Would be like pretty fancy
This is
sparkling
Pulp
light.
Fiction.
Huh?
This is Pulp Fiction.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fun though, right?
Yeah.
I would like to thank the Lester sisters for offering the most help with the story tonight, even though I feel like the story didn't really come together. They were the most helpful. Thank you, Lester sisters.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, I think we've got a good base on there. We just have to iron out a couple of the details, and that's probably dependent on who your supporting characters are. A lot of times, the individual motivations you kind of tweak as you go along. I kind of feel the same.
I think it'd be kind of cute if there was some
I didn't feel like it coalesced. Nothing was really
gelling. Yeah.
gelling.
Yeah.
Telling you, zombies in the mines will work every time.
Zombies in the mine.
I thought it'd be cute.
The whole Scooby-Doo aspect, I think, was the most fun,
Yeah.
twist on
I mean, if
on
you've
bringing
got
in
like,
some level of zombie too, just to make Herman happy.
yep.
See, I was a visionary.
Yeah.
You've got like the
Yeah.
zombie thing and the ghost and the Scooby Doo.
You're a visionary with Coke bottle glasses.
I think if there's some kind of big trick involved with zombies, I think it'd be very cute if the people in the town who
You're
since they
visionary
kind of
with
learned to overcome from the first movie, they'd overcome their prejudices, and they didn't like what was happening to the Chinese people in that town, so they got in together. And maybe they would dress up like zombies or something. They were part of the con.
Oh, like maybe they were like they figured
I love
out.
that they're still trying.
Oh, sorry. It's interesting.
So that was the one thing I thought I was thinking
There's
about when I
still
was.
hope for this story. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll
Yes.
make $1 million.
We'll make $1 million.
It'll cost $100 million, but it'll make $1 million.
Well, does that mean you get 101 million in sales? So you profit 1 million?
No, it'll lose 99 million.
A little more optimism than that. Okay.
But Hollywood is a welfare system, anyways. Here's Amy's.
You're not kidding. Hello.
Very similar concept, right?
Yeah, very. I think that's kind of like the idea of the film. So I just kind of put them together. I was having fun with it though. We got the sister in here, so if we're going with the nun approach, so I wasn't sure we clarified how that would work out, but I thought that was fun. Like the MacGuffin, of course, whatever that turns out to be. Yep.
Alpha Proto says, make sure you have a beginning, middle, and an end, and then the story
Yes.
will fall into place. Well, I was trying to start with an inciting incident. That would be
Right.
the beginning, right? And we never got past that.
It's true.
So what brings them?
We have an
what brings them
end.
into the
If it wasn't for you rascally,
Meddling
outlaws.
kids.
right? Like what got
Well,
them? Oh, like Velma's there to like visit her uncle or something like that, who owns the haunted mansion. She has a lot of uncles with haunted mansions. But yeah, that kind of thing.
Questionable real estate just runs the family, I guess.
I guess.
All right, next up we got Sharpie Sharp.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, here we go. I just took some liberties.
Cool.
Took some liberties with the story a little bit, in that.
Tell us what your story is.
Well, it's basically the same as what we were mapping out and trying to get into. I just went with the whole Chinese selling the Chinese slaves thing, so the dude could get some power. So this is Lepidamine, or the archetype of a Lepidamine. This is Dr. Ken, and then I had an idea for instead of making
Dean Cain.
Headley Lamar, I was thinking that Dean Cain could be like he hires Dr. Cain hires Dean Cain's character to off Bart, and all through the movie he's like when we were introduced to him, he's like this awesome dead shot, but every time during to keep up with the Looney Tunes thing, he always misses. Like every time you see D. Cain, he's always missing. Like he's got
He's
dead
Wile E.
to
Coyote.
rights.
He's getting a little more
he's got him
defeated.
dead to rights every time you see him. There's a setup for something that's dead to rights, but Dean Cain always misses. Something happens, and he's constantly mad about it. So I figured it would be a fun little character for Dean Cain.
All right,
And then
That'd be great.
that would have been some good input 2 hours ago.
well, it didn't come to me until like the last 30 minutes or last hour or something. But anyway, and part of the
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that damn.
exactly. Maybe every time he hears the N word, he misses. There's all these races around, and every time he hears the N word, he misses or something. But then there's Kat Dennings, but my Kat Dennings is coming out looking like Nigella Lawson, and so if anybody knows who that is, she's on the Food Network. She was like the really hot cook or chef that had a little drug problem over in the UK. But anyway, I didn't mean to. But
her boobs look like Kat Dennings.
Yeah, exactly. Well, trust me, Nigella's pretty top heavy herself. So anyway, but I didn't mean for it to look like Nigella Lawson, but I think it's coming out looking like her. Anyway,
Kat Dennings has a 5 head.
Yeah.
You gave her a 2 head.
So anyway, there you go. There's my drawing. I was working on it. Ryan Reynolds, Dave Chappelle, Dean Cain, Dr. Ken, and Nigella Lawson.
All right,
girl.
Next up, we have Jerkmonger.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's me tonight trying to figure out what's going on.
Exactly.
I don't have words. I don't understand. What I'm doing right now, for you can see, I'm trying to find a good font for Grumble. I don't have it right now.
Oh, doing
I
lettering?
think it might use it. I'm adding stuff to my script, but it has nothing to do with your script, and I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's good right there.
This one?
Maybe he's
No, the other one.
Which one?
The black one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
I'll have to come back to that. I've used that already for Chunk. But anyway, I want to show you. This is what I've done so far. So I'm adding some stuff here and there. I put the question marks there. Does that seem silly? Put the there. And I did the tail going out to the white border. But this is what I want. Well, does this look good? I feel like it works, right? Like it's stacking into the first panel, going down to the next. And then the chunk there.
It's a great layout.
It is.
Okay, and then over here, I added a lot of stuff here. So on page 1, it's just him staring himself, the coffee. I should put drip, drip, right here. Put drip, drip there. And then he's looking down at the dog. And he's staring at his dad's thing, and he sighs. That wasn't in the original script, but I'm adding it to it because I feel like it belongs there. And then here he says, "Hey." He doesn't say "hey" in the script, but I'm adding it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. He says, "Thanks." And it's, "Yeah, you okay?" And I added "oh."
Here's the part where he says, "I'm trying to lose weight. You should put me on a carnivore diet."
So he said, "Then this here is supposed to be silent," but I wrote "next time, babe. Maybe next time." I think that was more meaningful. Silent was good too, but I'm afraid that you don't know what's going on. So
right, the extra information helps.
I think by saying that, that's doing something different. So then, let me get into. He shows up at the thing. You hear the word balloon is overlapping the drive-in, so it sounds like it's like a voice on the scene, a disembodied voice, but it's actually the voice of the old man as he's doing his ka-chunk, and then ka-chunk, Meyer. And then so now I'm trying to soup up this one. Like, here's E4. Should this be like E dot 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 4?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Also, what do you guys think about this? Like, script doesn't have any punctuation in these, but do these get punctuation like thanks and yeah?
I mean,
did I put punctuation there? I mean, I'm already changing.
That's a good question. I feel like I normally would, but I don't know if it's necessary.
Right? Doesn't like it really needs it. But I'm adding it to you. Okay, that's a legitimate question. And then this is a O. I thought about putting like a O, like
dot dot dot.
Yeah. And I made it a smaller. Well, actually, it's not. Making a small O, like a real tiny, desolate O. Right? It looks like he looks sad.
Yeah.
Right, but it's only 6 points. I wonder if it's too small. Maybe 7 points. I made the balloon bigger than the word.
What's the usual points?
Huh?
What's the usual size for fonts? I'm just wondering.
I've been using 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
I don't know where I think I got that from a book that I use. I've been using for lettering. So Comics Bear says vote yes for punctuation.
Always appropriate.
No
But,
period.
no period
No periods.
in comics.
So like thanks. No period.
No. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Sounds good. You okay?
I never thought about it.
Me neither until I started doing it, and I'm sure
Yeah,
someone's
right.
going to be like, "You're an idiot," and I'm going to be like, "Yeah, I am."
You're supposed to have them, right?
Absolutely. Oh, I get no periods. Ha, ha. And then, so here I figured this is also not in the script, but he's looking. Remember, Mike, this is the one you helped me with.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking he's not just sitting here blocked out. Like maybe he's hungry. That's why I had to adjust the font. And I thought, oh, and he could be grumble, and then he looks over. And he comes over with his money. Yeah, she says, I put that in there. An E4. And then this one this is going to have a lot more bam, 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 and E4. Dang it. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, smash!
Another sigh over here. I think there's a sigh. I'm adding more stuff to it. That's what I was going to ask you guys about later. What do you think about that? But anyway, that's all. That's what I got.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing, Elliot. Last but not least, fat and sassy, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Sheriff is a bone.
My retelling is my version is that the whole cast is replaced with pandas. So
It was like a Yeti though.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, time to put straw poll.
So it's a racist pandas.
Wait a second.
What?
So the sheriff is an all-black panda?
No, he's not all black.
No, he's got a white head.
He's
Well,
white
just
with a white
panda
beard.
then.
He's just got a.
It just completely ruins the story, Nolan.
No, he's Chinese. He said pandas are Chinese, right?
He's got a point there.
Yeah, but then
Gotcha.
everybody's Chinese.
Well,
If everybody's pandas, then nobody's pandas.
that sounds like a panda.
well, you haven't seen how I drew the sheriff.
He's cute. He's like,
How do you know he's not a black bear?
Oh yeah.
Or polar bears or
Polar bears run the country.
brown bears.
The polar bears came and stole the country from the brown bears, and then they imported black bears as slaves.
We must abolish polar bearness. Reform your polar bearness.
You should be ashamed of your polar bearness.
Polar bear
Climate
guilt.
change is good now.
Polar bear guilt. Polar guilt.
Polar guilt.
Okay, all right. Is the straw poll is up and running?
Did you want to check out the
I
trial?
wonder if anybody posted anything on.
They did.
Oh, good. All right, give me a second. All right, that's muted. Grab this.
What you call my mother?
Blacklist.
What you call my mama?
A very nice lady.
Polar bear. Draw along.
Call my
All right.
mother a polar bear?
Present. Share screen.
That reminds me of the Muppets Fozzie Bear when he's like, there was this lady. He goes, "Your mom was so fat." He goes, "How fat was she?" Or there's this sailor. He was so fat, and the sailor stands up with the broken bottle. How fat was he? He was so fat. Everybody loved him, and then at the end.
I love that.
All right, here we have Doug Smith with Dave Chappelle. What has two wings and a halo? An Asian phone call. Wing, wing, halo.
Oh gosh!
Oh my! How dare you?
Oh my!
I didn't make it.
What happened to his eyes? What?
What?
Oh my goodness!
He's got the
Oh, that's so
mic.
cool.
Oh, his hat's moving. Have you seen his hat moving, right? Or am I seeing things?
It's not animated.
I thought his hat was wiggling. My eyes are
Isn't that funny?
playing tricks
I
on
think
me.
you're on drugs.
It's,
All right, and here's Ron Reynolds.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice.
That's pretty good, man. That's awesome.
It's a lot of
Good job,
sickness.
man.
Oh, that's
That's
amazing.
Oh, he's got an arrow through his hat. That looks so cool.
Very nice. Very nice. Juan Soto popped a couple in. What? Blazing Saddles 2 and I'm in it? No way. It's going to suck. And you paying how much? I'll tell my Chinese wife she can be in one of my movies. That's terrible.
Zero.
Terrible. Terrible, Juan. How dare you? And he also has Mongo punching horse.
Oh. KO.
Mongo just pawn in Game of Life.
That was another thick line.
Candygram for Mongo. Candygram for Mongo.
Alphaboto pipes in that Chinese's wives are not terrible. They are great. Nolan, is your wife Chinese?
She is of the Chinese race. Yes.
Then why didn't you agree with Alpha Proto?
Oh, hi. Trying to get him in trouble now.
That would have been a good time to be like, absolutely correct.
Oh, I mean, they are great. Well, she's Hong Kong. She's a Hong Kong wife. So.
Oh, cool. Hong Kong. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Kowloon.
It's like Chinese without the communism.
That's the free
Oh,
Chinese.
Doug Smith, talking about Chinese without the communism. I'm so happy you find gold.
That is a really cute drawing.
I'm gonna make that my new.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Be
so
a
happy
little
with
bit,
Michael.
little bit taller.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think I really want to keep my job, so I'm gonna change my name. Yeah, artist.
And again, Alpha Proto, or not again. But, oh, nice. Although it does look more like the cast of
Oh, that's
Scrubs.
cool.
Oh, it was adorable.
Oh, didn't we mention those guys?
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted that.
Ah, so he went with his casting.
That's good. Who's this?
It's guy love
It's been a while since we've seen that one.
There's nothing gay about it.
Makes me want to watch Scrubs again.
I know.
All right, let's start with Nolan. Who are you voting for? I'll assume it's this one.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Representation matters.
Okay.
Elliot?
That one too, right?
Yeah, I'm there. Whatever Nolan says, I'm there.
That
Oh,
one.
you're so right. This one then.
Say it. Say it, Elliot.
I'm so
You coward.
I'm a coward. I'm a coward. I hate my life. I hate my life.
All right,
you love his
Kevin.
job.
I'll choose Juan Soto's, I think. His Mongo.
Alrighty, Amy.
They're all really cute, but oh my gosh, I really love Alpha Proto's drawing. I like the little faces that he designed and the characters. It's just a cute style, and I really think that came out so neat. So I'm gonna vote for Alpha Proto.
Alrighty then. Who's before Amy? Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Alpha Proto 2. It's just,
Alright,
it's
Alpha
very
Proto's to
funny.
Doug. Herman.
I got to go with Doug because Nolan will beat me up if I don't.
This one?
That's
This
it.
one you like? You like very much?
This is a band of culture.
You like very much.
Very nice. Very
Very
nice.
I'm not feeling comfortable right now.
Okay. Matt Cosset.
I think I have a stomach ache. I gotta go.
I'm gonna go with the bottom one, the pencil. Who did that one?
Alpha Proto?
Alpha Proto.
Yeah, I'll go Alpha tonight.
Oh, that's 3 Alpha Proto. I gotta go with Doug. So is that 4 for Doug? And 3 for Alpha Proto? Wait, there's 5 of us. Who hasn't voted?
I think didn't Jeff vote for one?
I voted for Doug.
Oh, you
I
did?
voted for Juan Soto.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What about
okay.
Merrick? Or Mike?
All right, so it's 1 Juan Soto, 3 Alpha Proto, 4 Doug. Right?
There's nothing straight about it.
Congratulations, Doug Smith. You are today's pro pick.
Yay!
Excellent work. Excellent. And now
Yay!
I'm probably going to lose my job.
I sure.
Good look at my face. I'm an Oriental.
Dude, you got
Did
some
you
like
know?
echo going on. Is that just me?
Oh,
I
It's
heard
not
it.
just you.
here, let me try it again.
There's nothing about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
Somebody watching the stream on their.
No,
No,
I think it's
that-
through Mike or something.
No, that's the least of our problems right now.
Mine's muted.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike's might get that on the screen there.
Was it gone? I was muted.
Do you know?
No, I think we heard it again. What was it?
I think
Okay,
I
I'll go
think the
mute.
delay might be from Elliot slowly slouching in his chair. The longer this drawing stays on screen.
Elliot slowly melting into his chair out of desperation to get away. You don't like racism?
No, not really. I don't like it.
All the time these days, you know. Not like the.
Okay, okay. Oh, all right. The voting. Let me organize these. Who did the best tonight?
I still want to show this to you guys.
One here,
afterwards,
and I'll
too.
put this one here. And I'll put. Yeah. All right. I got my votes in. Everybody got their votes in?
Yep.
Oops.
You know, I don't think I'm actually the last one this time. It's actually kind of refreshing. I'm making progress.
Excellent.
Even up to me.
Earlier, right?
Don't nobody understand the words that are coming out of
Hold
your
on, I haven't got my votes in.
mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out from my mouth?
It probably means I need to do more racist drawings, but oh dang it, I'm at the bottom again. Crap.
Racist, you plick. Okay. Should we go ahead with the poll? What do you think?
Sure.
Does anybody need some more
Go ahead with
All
the
right.
poll.
Sharing screen. I keep unsharing my screen, so I have to do it all over again. All right, the top 3 tonight.
Dang it,
Should
back at
I
the
start
bottom
at the
again.
bottom, or should I just start at the top 3?
I guess you could start at the bottom.
Yeah, rub it in while you're
All right, in last place, per usual, Nolan. Late as
Punching
usual,
Pandas.
Lee. Punching Pandas.
Wah, wah, wah. Yay.
Yay!
Thank you for coming in and drawing, though. It came out great.
But
In
you,
second to last place. What? How dare you? You guys are all
joined
racist.
it. Hey, all the Orientals at the bottom here.
Mike, hater of good ideas, Miller.
But your drawing came out.
This stream is a racist. In fourth place tonight with 35 points, Elliot and model Fernandez.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Oh my gosh, we have a tie. All right, we've got a tie for second place. So with the peanut butter medal and 36 points, Matt, Mongo's personal assistant, Carson. Tied for second place, Kevin, Mr. Chippendales, and Melissa, Ghostbuster.
Nice.
And
Good
the gold
company.
medal tonight with 65 points goes to Amy, Cute Wild West Horsies Lester.
Speech.
Yay! I'm so happy. This was a lot of fun to do. I thought the characters were fun, and I think there's a start for an interesting story in there. And I like the angle it took with it being like a treasure hunt and kind of like a Scooby-Doo kind of adventure. So I think that would make it different enough from the first movie, but still kind of connected back. So I think it'll be fun. But this was a great project, and things I like getting to draw like characters and like trying to figure out how to incorporate like people kind of like into the way that I draw things and in a hurry. So it's been a fun challenge, and I've really enjoyed this. So thanks for having me, Mike. I'm rarely having a big old time with it.
Absolutely. Congratulations. And honestly, I think there's something there that could be made into a great story. And if it would be only Dave Chappelle who could play that role.
I think it could be a lot of fun.
You'd have to convince a whole lot of actors to drop the N-word a whole lot of.
I think a good story could work.
You could do that in the modern Hollywood system. So yeah, Dave would have to write it. That's right. Dave Peruch is here, or Dennis Peruch is here. Sorry, I keep talking about Dave stuff. Still alive? Wow, yes, indeed. And before we do go, one more time, Matt Cossin.
Yes.
I'm going to let you set the stage.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what Dennis has. I mean, Dennis. I have Dennis on here. Kevin.
That's not Matt.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is this how that came out?
Oh, yeah. Finally. Well, I did post it back in January, but I.
You fixed your crotch?
I remember
It doesn't look like Blazing Saddles.
No, it's not. Believe it or not.
I just
more a blazing saddle.
There's Trimmer, Spawn, and
he's
Spawn.
Oh, that's nice.
So
I like the subtle shadows on the girl.
That looks great. I like the silhouette of the chains too. Those are a lot of fun.
And that's not it. That's the drawn and quartered.
Did you do Spawn for every week?
No, I didn't. I didn't have time, man. I couldn't. I wanted to. There's a character called Raven Spawn that I really like the design of. But I didn't get a chance to draw him. I just did not have enough time. So there's Anti-Spawn, Antifreeze, or the Redeemer as they call him now.
Is there an Uncle Spawn too?
There's that clown character.
What was his name?
Violator.
Violator, that's it.
Yeah, and then because this is for the villains. The last week was villains. So
Oh,
looks
the
awesome.
Redeemer's a villain.
Well,
in
Spawn's from hell.
But in Spawn's eyes, even though he's, angelic or whatever you want to say, to Spawn he would be the villain. So when they first introduced him, I think he was a villain.
Well, he'd be the antagonist.
Yeah, an antagonist. There we go.
Sure.
Exactly. So there's the Spawn from the Drawn and Quartered that we did. I just finished them up, but
yeah.
But that's the Violator and Anti-Spawn piece that I did for the Villains Week, and then of course there's the one that I was having trouble with originally, and then talked to Elliot and then Mike and tried to fix some things, and here we go. That's how that came out.
It looks great. This is a cute sketch. I think you did great with it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I like that you gave the little Superman curl to Dean Kane's character. And he
Oh
seems
yeah,
like
you picked it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was like, any little ciphers that I could throw in that to make people go, okay, that must be Dean Kane over here. Yeah, so because they're so small, like they're not much bigger than my thumbs, the faces. So there we go.
Yep.
Anyway,
and you still made it work. It looks so cool.
All right, Matt, Costin, you're up. Alpha Proto, anyone who says when in doubt, black it out, don't listen to them.
Well, I was originally
when in doubt, figure it out.
Alex Toth, I believe.
I don't care if it was Michelangelo.
I'm just clarifying who said it first.
It might have been
I don't care. I'm doing that. I'm using all kinds of black.
Hey, thank you, Comics Bear.
Yeah, I'm selling this one. I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm almost finished. I'm gonna kind of do some of the Gotham buildings. I might kind of restructure it a little bit, those buildings to kind of. I want to kind of go for the Tim Burton type of cool, weird buildings. But anyway, I'm gonna do that, and I'll be finished with this one. I'm gonna put it up for sale. If anybody's interested, like I said, we're moving into a new apartment, a cheaper apartment, but I need to have some money for the down payment. I already put money down for it. I put $800 down, and but I just have to put in some more for the partial month's rent. So we're just trying to sell off a bunch of stuff, and like I said, I have also other art too. That's I'm going to be posting up. It's a little bit on the the bid on the Catwoman. Someone want to start bidding on Catwoman?
That's what Comics Bear is asking.
Yep.
I mean, if people are going to bid, I have a price goal in mind. So, but I don't know if there's enough people to start bidding. You know what I mean? This is not the usual, I think, bidding stream. But yeah, I mean, I can post up to, if anyone has they want to buy it, just contact me on Costin Art. You know.
Are you going to be posting the artwork on Twitter or on Instagram?
I'll post it both.
Both?
On
Okay.
Twitter and Instagram. And but yeah, you can just email me, Costinart at, I believe I'm using hotmail.com.
You better know.
Well, I have 2 different ones. But I check both. I check those, so. But I will finish this one up. And I'm working on some other ones as well. I'm working on, here's my list of little thumbnails. This is the Catwoman one. And then I was going to do a Nightwing. And then I was going to do a Daredevil one.
This might sound kind of random, but have you ever thought of selling a little page of thumbnails? They're cute.
No, thanks. I mean, sometimes I keep them if I like them. I might even use them, utilize them
like
later. But yeah, I mean, I would sell them, but I don't know if anybody would buy them. You know what I mean? Just thumbnails. But yeah, I have those, and then I have, like I said, some smaller pieces I'm going to post up. Actually, Becky posted up a bunch of the ones for sale on her Instagram.
Comics Bear's asking if it's $150.
Well, I was going to charge a little more for this one just because I gotta I gotta make the bill here. So this one I was thinking at least I'm trying to go for like 250 to 3 because yeah, I just need to sell a certain amount of them to make that number, you know. And I only have until Friday, so I'm a little bit of a time crunch. So that's the only reason. Otherwise, I would.
Comics Bear says 250 confirmed.
Oh man, thanks, Comics Bear.
Aw.
Appreciate it, man.
That's
I think
great
you know.
of you.
Yeah, that's great, definitely. Oh, I get it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
great. Yeah, thanks, Comics Bear. I'm gonna finish this up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the ink like here for the buildings, and then I'm gonna use some gray tone for behind her to kind of fade down
Oh,
towards her.
pretty.
Indeed, the
And,
Comics Bear has outbid himself.
Yeah, thanks, Comics Bear. Thank you very much. That does help out big time. And because yeah, and I'll have some more art for sale then. This one won't be the piece up for sale, but I'll have some other pieces up for sale too. And I'll probably just put another one up, a new one tomorrow. But I'm gonna put up some other ones I have that are already finished, completed. And also, my manager, which is Becky, she actually made me a nice list.
Did she?
All the people's commissions that I owe. See, these are all the commissions
Okay.
I owe. So you aren't
She's in
forgotten.
our corner.
Yeah, she recorded all of them down, which ones, you know, and they're all paid. So I just got to start. Some of them are already finished. I'm actually going to send them out as soon as I get the extra cash here. So some of them are finished. Some are in various stages of completion. But thanks, everybody. Thanks, Comics Bear. Really appreciate it. It helps out a lot, big time.
I'm looking forward to seeing that box opening on your show. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. Throw some little extra goodies for you, too.
And you need this by when?
Friday.
Like Friday, what time?
Oh, for what time? Before the office closes.
Okay.
We need to go in and sign
I was
papers.
thinking maybe we should do a Friday night auctions, but it's too late. Then.
Yeah. So she said, because the lady said this. She was really I had favor with her because I said, can I drop the deposit off and then do the rent part later? And she goes, well, only because it's you. And I'm like, okay. So that was cool. So she gave us a grace period. So, but it kind of sprung on us. It wasn't like we didn't know it was coming up this fast. It's just like, okay, the apartments you can move in, but you didn't move in this week. And I'm like, what? So we have to pay the rent that we're living at right now, pay them this month's rent, and then we have to pay the net month rent at the other place. We have to pay 2 rents in 1 month. But the first one is we need to get the one to move into because we already put our notice in to get out of this place. So we're going to do this one and we're going to do it, pay it. But it came up so fast. We thought, okay, we have at the end of the month to pay. Now we don't. We have to pay at the end of the week.
Oh, my goodness.
So it came up really fast. We didn't expect it. And we just paid off the rent and the bill we needed just a couple weeks ago or a week ago. And since then, I've been hustling to make some money too. But
yeah, it's funny. Those bills come by every month, huh?
It's crazy, you know? It's like, but all within this month has been like
everything all at once, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I got freaking wedding stuff to pay for. I don't even want to hear
it. Oh, I'm glad I don't have any daughters.
Elijah gets married in like 2.5 weeks. And we're like,
man.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's why Friday would have to be later because we have to go get suits for me and Isaac, and Micah, and JoJo.
Wow. Yeah, 2 weddings, man, coming up.
Oh, Thursday.
Yeah, Eden got
Will that work?
Got engaged too.
Oh no.
I want to throw my hat in there, so I'll do a full figure commission for $250. You got to give it to Matt though.
Man, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helps out big time because,
yeah. The wife's dad doesn't pay for everything.
No. I thought they're in charge of everything.
That'd be great.
Well, not the honeymoon, right? That's.
No, I'm paying for the freaking rehearsal dinner. I'm paying for the suits. I gotta pay for dresses. I gotta.
Oh man. You know what? My wedding, they did a really good job of like getting like a under budget. You know what I mean? Because
You didn't hear that though when I said that out loud, and Eden walked by the door and goes, "Yes, he does."
What?
When I said the wife's dad doesn't pay for everything, pay for the wedding
no.
stuff, she walked by and said, yes, he does."
I think she knows the rules now by now, huh?
Oh boy.
So have fun. Make sure you get married at a cheap venue.
Seriously, if anybody wants that, if anybody wants that from me, let me know, because I'm actually shipping out some commissions this weekend. So let me know so I can ship it out this weekend.
Is the father of the bride allowed to bring a shotgun, or will Mike opt for a katana? For Eden's wedding, yeah. I'll strap with a katana. That's fine.
Oh, Dennis, I think I know what I'm going to do for your commission. So I've been brainstorming and digging and trying to find some research on what to do for you since you said artist choice. So I think I got it.
Got some inspiration then. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how that comes out. It sounds really exciting. I hope Dennis doesn't mind, sharing at some point. I bet it's going to be so cool.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think Dennis would mind if I share it. I might put up like work in progress photos online.
Are you cool with it, Dennis?
Yeah, is that cool? When I do work in progress, I usually do only like little segments. Like I'll only do like maybe part of the face or for like the hand or something,
Some detail that you're working on.
Yeah, that way I don't give it all away at one shot. Some people don't like it. They want to be surprised.
Sure. Oh, he says you can share any of it whenever you like. Oh,
okay, cool. Cool. I will.
They're all really excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing 11 by 17. This is 11 by 17, by the way. And thanks, Comics Bear. So I did this on the larger paper than I usually do. I usually do 11 by 14. But I thought, okay, this one I want to sell a little bit more. I'm going to pick up more space on board. I try to make it more design oriented. So it's got that long vertical, like the leg, and then the long vertical background there.
It's just it keeps the picture going up and down.
It just keeps going, like it's like Stanley Kubrick's, Stanley Kubrick when he's got the ship or whatever gone. It takes like 5 minutes for it to pass with the camera. I think Kubrick did that, right? Maybe that was a different film.
Looks great.
So thanks again, Comics Bear. And next time I'm going to post up some other art. I already have. I got a bunch of top loaders here.
Oh, nice.
I got a bunch of top loaders for the art that I'm going to be sending out. The commissions that are already done. And
I love
making
that.
sure everybody gets it intact. And I have these too. If anybody's interested in these pieces, I have. This is the one for John Cassie tribute. Hopefully, it didn't tick anybody off.
No, it's a cool drawing.
I actually had fun doing it.
Yeah.
I'm actually on this one a little bit more and touch up some things like the muscles and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I added in the background some drawn and quartered as well.
The red's a nice touch. Oh, there's your Conan.
There's my Conan right here.
Hey, Kevin, I know you mentioned it was you, right? Mentioning Thursday.
Yeah, I just said that. Hey, worst case, or I was just mentioning worst case scenario, or another way to work it out is maybe Thursday.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Thursday, the kids have Muay Thai until 8:30, so it would be like super late for most people.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, what a cool piece.
Oh, thanks. I just thought this little kid's walking with a drink, and then he drops it. He's having a little fun time walking. All of a sudden, he's this giant bear with a club. Polar bear.
Punching panda.
It's a
panda. Club.
That's a clubbing panda. He's gonna need beats.
That price is way too low.
That looks cool though.
Thanks.
These are such whimsical pieces. I really like them. Like the scale, just the things you do with it.
My Lord of the Rings piece. And another Lord of the Rings piece. Actually, this is the Hobbit. What's the name of that character again? Becky?
I don't know.
Talia.
She wasn't in the book.
She was in the The
But she
movie
was in the
with
movie.
was it Angie? What's her name?
I think it
Evangeline
started with an
Lilly.
A.
Evangeline Lilly played her.
Ah, okay.
So, but yeah. And then my
Not Mai Tais, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
So fighting
Muay
art.
Thai.
son.
Fighting bartenders, is that what he said?
Fighting art.
Oh, I thought he said fighting bartenders, Muay Thai.
Ooh, that. Now, are these prints of pages you're working on, or are these
This
colored?
actually is a print of pages I did. I did these. It's a Zatoichi just for fun because I love Zatoichi. So it's a Zatoichi little short story. I just did it real quick.
Oh, fun.
But I used brush and like a zebra pen, and I just hand lettered it.
Nice handwriting. That works for this style of storytelling.
Thanks. And I try to capture the original Zatoichi. I like his
Sure.
ears would wiggle.
I love their faces.
All right, I'm gonna show something here, and I'm gonna have Elliot read it. This is just a little clip of what I'm working on.
You want to read it loud?
Elliot, read it.
Like in his Elliot Monger voice?
Yes.
Hold on. I just dropped my pad. All right. Lone Star sits at a diner eating a hamburger, his head down in his notebook. He's been tracking a specific gift dealer to try and get to his manufacturer. A drawing of the particular pill is identical to the brand that Timmy ingested. Suddenly, his fear sense ignites, and he shoves his burger into his mouth and the notebook back into his coat pocket. Next you know, he's on his Harley flying down the road. Lone Star pulls up to a blown-up house. No signs of flames. It just looks like a tornado touched down in the living room and tore the house apart. He walks up to the devastation to find a young man digging through the rubble, looking for survivors. The neighbors are out on the sidewalk, not getting close enough to help. Lone Star comes close to this young man, asking how he can help. Elijah recognizes his little brother's idol. "You did this!" He yells in a rage and attacks Lone Star with a flurry of punches and kicks, all of which Lone Star blocks without retaliation. He tries to calm Elijah without success and finally has to throw him with a quick judo toss. Elijah lands in the rubble, dislocating the rubble that was covering his father's body. Elijah breaks down. The ambulance and fire trucks arrive in the background.
Oh, goodness.
It sounds good, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And on that note, guys, I have to get going because it's like 1:13 and I gotta go.
I see. You see somebody with better writing than you run away.
No, I got work tomorrow morning, dude.
Absolutely.
Likely excuse.
Thanks for being here. It's been fun having you, doing the polls, and that you got a coffee mug.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Talk
All right,
to you later.
everybody go buy Potts' books.
Yes, buy my book.
Buy Jeff's book
Later.
and a coffee mug.
Way to milk those 3 paragraphs. I've shown Elliot everything I've written about this so far, and he's on the hook like a pro bass.
Wow.
Something or other.
Something, I guess. A pro
He swallowed that hook.
I'm on the hook like a
You
dirty
hate that
fish.
when the fish swallows the hook and then you're trying to get it out. It's like, wait
Ooh. That would probably be squishy.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to do a lot of fishing. I mean, it seems like it would be fun and relaxing, but what if you actually caught something? Then what?
And you eat it.
Oh, okay. I think I'd let you have mine. I'm just like, okay, here. Or it just takes off with the pole.
Lone Star shall fly again. But here's the funny thing. It's not a Lone Star book.
What? Why giving too much?
I'm giving away too much. Don't give away the bomb. Don't give away the bomb. All right, it's 10:36. I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you, everybody, for being here, hanging out, helping out Matt with his emergency rent needs. And God bless us, everyone. Thank you, Larry, for showing up and hanging out for us for a while and totally distracting us from making a story, but that's fine.
I think we did pretty good. It was still a lot of fun.
All right.
Comics Bear. Good night, everyone.
Say good night, everybody.
God bless us, everyone.
Jimmy, Comic Bear.
And not everybody.